for the score. Checks wing, well hit ball, and there it goes. Number 300 for Ken Griffey Jr., one of the youngest ever in the major leagues to reach the 300 home run plateau.
Bothered by Lou. Iverson. How about that? Steps over to Rob Lou. 7 straight points by Iverson.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up in the comment section if you guys can hear me. It has been 2 long years, but Louis Sports Network is back. We got an AFC North division title on the line between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens in Pittsburgh's place. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure your post notifications are turned on. Make sure you're sharing on your social media platforms. Truly appreciate it. Guys, again, let me know if you can hear me with the audio. I'm trying to make sure I have a new microphone. A lot of changes have happened, so I just want to let you know that there's been a lot going on. Shout out to Ryan in the building. Appreciate you. G-Money in the building. He's got the Steelers. Again, we already got 5 people watching. Again, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Make sure the post notifications are turned on. Make sure we share. We got a AFC North division title on the line between the rivalry. Steelers fans, welcome. Ravens fans, welcome. This is a big game because this is going to determine the division title. So Pittsburgh is coming in at 9-7 on the season. The Ravens are coming in at 500 at 8-8. Again, guys, hit the like. Make sure to share the stream as you guys come in. Super excited. Shout out for the thumbs up. Thank you to my lovely, lovely, lovely girlfriend in the building as well. Thank you for the thumbs up. And I'm super excited to do this game just because, guys, I was at a Ravens game last month, and I got tickets to the game, and they were happy to play in the Jets, and it was such an amazing experience to be there live. They always say that there's nothing better than to be live at a football game. And to get the seats that we got, it was such a blessing.
Let's start with Aaron Rodgers. Could be the last game.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth doing the game live in Pittsburgh. Louis Sports Network providing the commentary here.
That's all they've been talking about. No quarterbacks ever been.
All righty, man. This is very exciting time right now for football. It's the final week of the season also. So let me give you just some out-of-town scores real quick for Week 18. Atlanta beats so the Falcons, they beat the Saints 19-17. The Rams win their final game of the season 37-20.
4 games without Lamar Jackson this year, including last week. But he's a go tonight. What do you
So Lamar Jackson is playing tonight. I thought he wasn't going to go, but he is going to give it a go tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And we already know that. Is it a possibility that this is Aaron Rodgers' last game? Is it a possibility? So let me know what you guys think. Does Aaron Rodgers call it quits for the last time, or is he going to play for another year? Let me know. Okay, so again, welcome to Sunday Night Football. For those who are brand new here, again, I want to welcome you. But again, before we get started, again, hit the like button as you guys come in. I got to say that it's been 2 years. A lot has happened in the 2 years. A lot of changes have happened in my life, and which is why I haven't been live streaming. I haven't really been as active on YouTube as I normally would be. But I said that I had to do this game to start the new year right, especially because it's a divisional matchup. And I want to provide the commentary that I know Louis Sports Network knows how, and make sure that you guys enjoying yourselves. So we're going to have a nice watch party as I cover the game. So, yes, on this NFL Sunday, let me know who you guys got tonight. Does Pittsburgh take the division title tonight, or do the Ravens take it? So we'll see. We will definitely see. So let's continue to do some out-of-town scores. Denver wins 19-3 over the Chargers. Justin Herbert did not start in that game, so Jim Harbaugh decided to rest Herbert. So the Denver Broncos, they clinch the #1 seed, and they have home field advantage. I believe it's throughout the entire I think it's throughout the entire AFC, and if they were to go to the Super Bowl, they would have home field throughout that too. We already know that Kansas City has been eliminated. They got eliminated a couple of weeks ago, and that unfortunate injury with Patrick Mahomes, where he tore his MCL and ACL at the same time. The Las Vegas Raiders win their final game of the season, 14-12 over Kansas City. Miami was resting most of their players, and they got shellacked 38-10 at the hands of the Patriots. We got the Commanders beating the Eagles 24-17 in their final game. Detroit, unfortunately, not able to make the playoffs. They got eliminated, and it's a shame because of the talent that they have on their team, but they've been decimated by injuries. But they beat the Bears 19-16. Buffalo wins in a landslide 35-8. They finished 12-5 on the season. They are a wild card team, so they are going to go in. Tampa Bay defeats the Panthers 16-14. That was last night's game. Yesterday's game at 4:30 Eastern time. The 49ers lose at home 13-3 to the Seahawks. And I think the Seahawks finish 14-3. So I believe they have home field throughout the NFC. Indy loses their 7th straight game. Ladies and gentlemen, the Colts started 7-1 on the season. They got their second loss. And then right before the bye week, they killed the Falcons, in which Jonathan Taylor ran for 244 yards. And yet, for some reason, he's been absolute trash since the break, and then the Colts missed the playoffs, and then Daniel Jones gets hurt with an Achilles injury. So it's unfortunate how their season turned out.
Yes, good news for both teams. As you said, each getting a key player.
Let me see. Giants win 34-17 over the Cowboys. Bengals over, the Browns over the Bengals 20-18. Green Bay loses 16-3. And then Jacksonville. People need to watch out for Jacksonville. They need to watch out for Jacksonville.
I asked him to grade the health of his back. He said it's an A, and that there's no doubt in his mind about what he can do, and that he's ready.
All right, so I'm just listening to Melissa Starr talking about Lamar Jackson on his injury. He's going to play.
You can see them putting the jersey on over it there. He said it will not affect his play.
I give respect to Lamar, but we know how this game is going to go if they don't show, if the Ravens don't win.
During a dry needling treatment at the team facility last month, he had surgery to repair the lung. He told us he knew.
Also, TJ Watt is back tonight. Steelers fans, he is playing tonight as well.
But he said he's not on a snap count and he has no limitations.
Let me just refresh the page real quick.
In the AFC tournament to be determined, the winner tonight, the 4 seed, will host the Houston Texans. Chargers will visit New England.
Okay. Looking at the playoff picture, Patriots and Chargers. It'll be the Bills and the Jaguars, and then the Texans will play the winner between the Steelers and the Ravens. The Broncos, they have a bye week, so since they clinched home field throughout the playoffs. John Harbaugh against Mike Tomlin. 2 future Hall of Fame coaches going to go at it. It's going to come down to execution. Let's see who's able to get it done today between these 2 teams. All right, as Mike Tirico says, Pittsburgh has won the toss. So they will defer. So the Pittsburgh Steelers will get the ball in the second half. G-Money says, I say the Ravens fire John Harbaugh and swap Lamar Jackson if they lose tonight. It's possible. We will see. All right, kickoff. And we got to run. And we already got a penalty mark. Like I said, guys, make sure to hit the like, comment, share the stream. All right, so we got a holding on the receiving team for the Ravens and the 10-yard penalty. Baltimore offense. I feel like, well, the Ravens, they definitely need to run the football. I just don't know who their offense is going to come from for their receivers, because the receivers have been inconsistent all year. You hope Mark Andrews can somehow come in and tune in for a big game. Got to see how mobile and effective Lamar Jackson's going to be. So here comes the Ravens' first play. 1st and 10. They give it off to Henry. Right side. Henry gets a first down and more. Open field. Henry. And on the first play of the game, Derrick Henry with a big game. That is a first down. Uh-oh, and Cameron Hayward is hurt. That's not a good sign. 15 seconds into the game and Cam Hayward is hurt.
It's a 47-yard gain.
47 yards on the game. Oh, that's huge. Already 2 calls. Flag on special teams and now flag on first down. Zay Flowers negates a 47-yard run by Derrick Henry. Let's see the play.
All right, we're hearing from Terry this is not a foul, so we will check that
but
out.
with us, I don't see. Let's see if they show the replay from a different angle.
On Sunday night, this guy ends up making huge plays right off the bat.
Let me see. Where's Zay? There we go. Let's see what Zay does on there.
On that one.
Terry McCauley, our rules analyst, joins us. Terry?
Yeah, Mike, for it to be an end run, he has to be either moving parallel or back toward his own end line. He's moving toward the opponent's end line. This is a perfectly legal block.
Yeah.
Here's what happens to Hayward, who was chasing the play down. This is
his own man ended up hitting him. Oh, wow.
James Pierre comes down and clips him.
Oh, that's what happened.
The field with the assistant to the athletic training staff. The ball backed up to the 41-yard line.
All right, so the ball backed up on the 41. They give it to Henry again. And Henry gets about 4 yards on the play.
To the 44. Oh, we'll just settle into this one, huh? It's on.
All right, so the ball is spotted on the Baltimore 44. Lamar Jackson, 64% completion, 193 pass yards per game, 28 rush yards per game, 20 total touchdowns, 9 interceptions. He's had 2 major injuries this year: the back injury that he just suffered recently, and then the hamstring injury that caused him to miss 4 or 5 games this year. Lamar fakes the play. Isaiah Likely, the tight end, catches it, and it's just short of the first down. Looks like it's about a gain of 5. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and short.
Start off with the fact that what did they do right off the bat? They decide they're going to go right after TJ Watt.
All right, let me look out for my.
What's happening with him? This man has a collapsed lung. He had surgery. He sort of found his way.
Let's see if I can get it. All right, I found it.
Him from multiple directions in this run game tonight.
3rd and long 1.
All right, 3rd and 1. And Lamar's going to take it himself. He's going to run, and he's going to get his first down off the edge. Nice play by Lamar Jackson, and keeps the chains moving with a Raven first down.
Well, and this was what we saw when these two teams played before. They're going to run down with TJ Watt and try and take out Henry on this short yard.
So for those who are tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, Baltimore with the ball. Pittsburgh will defer. And right now the ball is with the Ravens on 1st and 10. Early first quarter, scoreless. AFC North Division matchup. They give it off to Henry. And Henry just gets past the line of scrimmage for about a gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down. So now we're going through the Pittsburgh defense. Once again, I hope you guys are enjoying the commentary, both from the TV and also from Louis Sports Network, man. Definitely appreciate you guys coming through on the live stream, man. Much love and respect. Thank you, guys. Once again, all right, here we go. We got a throw, and Mark Andrews gets the pass from Lamar, and so I'm guessing that was about a gain of 4 to Mark Andrews. Now, here's the thing. I like Isaiah Likely, but Isaiah Likely has a tendency to drop balls, so he tends to fumble the ball. So he's got to be big in this game and not fumble the football. All right, and he's going nowhere. So the backup running back and the Steelers The Steelers rush. The defensive line able to rush through. And we got a loss of 2 yards.
Probably going to see him go for it here. Yep. At least you're going to do the hard count.
Big stop by the Steelers on 3rd down. And you already know the history of these two teams. Old, smash-mouth, physical football. Which, if you're a Ravens and Steelers fan or an old-school football fan who loves running game and physical football, this is the type of game you love. Here we go. Lamar, open. Big play. Open. Devontae Walker. He will score the. He just scored a huge play for the Ravens to start.
Jalen Ramsey was expecting something quick.
Huge start. Can I get a? Let me know if you guys heard that. Huge play for the Ravens on their first scoring drive. They get themselves a touchdown. And a beautiful pass by Lamar right there, just a little bit past the middle. And Baltimore scores first. They lead 6-0. Here comes the extra point. And the kick is good. 10:54 remaining here in the first quarter. Ravens score first. Beautiful pass by Lamar right down the middle. Touchdown to Walker. Ravens lead 7-0 as we head on commercial break. Again, hit the like as you guys come in. Excuse me, you guys. Guys, give me 1 second. I will be right back. It will take less than 2 minutes. Give me 1 second. Well, I apologize. It was more than 2 seconds, but you get my drift. It didn't take too long. All right. So far, if you're the Baltimore Ravens, you couldn't have asked for a better start opening drive. Like that was just unbelievable. That was great. That's a very good sign. What you're hoping is that it doesn't lead to more stagnant offense. And what I mean is that you want to try to score some points. And it's going to be very difficult in a game like this. So the Ravens, they make sure they got to get enough points to beat Pittsburgh tonight, especially because for the Ravens, points are hard to come by with this team with how inconsistent they've been. And again, that's really due to the fact that they don't really have weapons on offense like that. And the thing is, you have to consider that if he really had a number one receiver, I really feel like the Ravens would be in a much better position. The defense really hasn't been great all year. I know they've had injuries, so that's hurt them too. But like I said, if you're the Ravens, you couldn't have asked for anything better. This is a great way to start, and you just hope that they can continue the momentum. And like I said, they score enough points to win because, again, when you think of this rivalry, points are very hard to come by with these two teams. It's always going to be physical, and, you know, the defense is really going to bring it.
By Greenland, 2. Migration in theaters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
By Pepsi, food deserves Pepsi. Through the years, great matchup. Harbaugh and Tomlin did a really nice conversation at midfield. Football Night in America. 18 seasons, John Harbaugh.
Wow, 18 years for John Harbaugh, 19 years for Mike Tomlin.
The program on each side is handled.
I know Mike Tomlin used to be the defensive coordinator of the Minnesota Vikings. All right, Pittsburgh to receive the ball now. Here's their possession. All right, nice play by Gainwell. Gainwell with a solid run for the Steelers. Oh, man, Jalen Ramsey is a bit overrated to me. How do you?
And got burned right there is the point.
Jalen Ramsey, I feel like he does a lot. He just does a lot of watching all the time. He constantly, for a guy who's supposed to be such a good defensive player, like he constantly gets burned by guys.
We talked to him last night, and he said, as Melissa told you, he was fully ready to go. So too is Aaron Rodgers.
Here we go. First series for Pittsburgh. 1st and 10. Here we go. Here's the play. Play action. Rodgers throws it, and it's caught, but we got a flag. Gainwell catches the ball, but we got a flag.
The block that is being put down by Isaac Seumalo.
Let's see what the referees decide, what the play is.
Personal foul.
Personal foul on face mask defense. The Ravens already have 3 penalties, and we're not even 6 minutes into this game.
His return as an edge player will take the ball across midfield for the Steelers. It'll be at the Ravens 46, tacking on 15.
All right. Metcalf is, I don't think he's playing. No, Metcalf is not playing tonight. He's not playing tonight. He's been suspended for 2 games.
16, 14. What are we going to get out of this thing? And so far, everything's been wide open.
And if the Steelers lose tonight, you may not have to worry of him playing for the rest of the season. Here we go. Quick screen. Gainwell gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage, so no game.
Aaron Rodgers, Chico, California.
Jalen Warren, Oklahoma State. Alvin Austin III, Memphis State University.
All right, we're going to the Pittsburgh Steelers offense.
Penn State. John Smith, FIU. Dylan Cook, University of Montana. Isaac Seumalo, Oregon State. Zach Frazier, West Virginia. Mason McCormick, South Dakota State. Troy Bartonu, Washington.
Chris hit the big headline.
All right, here is second down for the Steelers.
DK Metcalf, no touchdown, season low 6 points.
Rodgers back to throw. Throws. Hockley collapses. It's incomplete.
Gainwell. So Rodgers had a very good game against Baltimore in the first meeting between these teams. This is game 272 of this season. It's game 286 of Aaron Rodgers' career. 18 years in Green Bay, 2 at the Jets. He started all but 1 this year for the Steelers. And overall, it's been pretty good. Trying to win a 9th.
Guys, make sure to hit the like button as you guys come in. Ravens and Steelers here on Sunday Night Football on NBC. Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth doing the call at the game. Empty backfield for the Steelers. 9:38 in the first quarter remaining. Rodgers calls a pass, drops back, looking. He's going deep down the field, and it is incomplete. That ball intended for Calvin Austin, and it is incomplete. Wiggins on the play. Nice play defensively.
Mike, that's exactly what Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers did to this Ravens defense the last time they played. Deep balls all over the place.
I feel like the Ravens remember what the Steelers did last time they played, which was not too long ago.
Another deep shot, and we have been seeing a little man coverage out of Baltimore. I was wondering without Metcalf if they might get back to that man-to-man that they played him in the first time.
So remember, ladies and gentlemen, no DK Metcalf. He's been suspended for that interaction he had with a fan 2 weeks ago. He's serving the second of a 2-game suspension. Pittsburgh punts, and Ravens call a fair catch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to take a break with 9:25 remaining in the first quarter. It is a 7-0 Baltimore Ravens lead over the Pittsburgh Steelers right here on the Louis Sports Network. Let's look at the comment section. So Ryan says, I see second half Rodgers is going to have a rhythm for a big run. By big run, you mean passing the ball, or do you mean running the ball? And the thing is, Rodgers, he's not as mobile as he was when he was younger and when he was in Green Bay. He's 41 years old, so he's not as mobile as he once was. And he's been injury prone these last couple of years. He missed all 2 years ago, he missed all the entire season tearing his Achilles, and he really hasn't been the same. I mean, he's been declining already, but it's like he has really declined like now. He's been okay. And he says passing. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll definitely see. I think the Ravens, to me, not having DK Metcalf, like you take away that weapon. I know that Aaron Rodgers is going to be reliant on more on Jaylen Warren, and I know he's going to be reliant on Calvin Austin tonight, and so he's going to be taking a lot of the receiving duties. And you obviously have the tight ends in Juju Smith and Freiermuth, so just keep an eye out for those two guys as well. So we'll see what the Steelers will be cooking up on offense. But now the Ravens get the ball back, so let's see what Lamar Jackson and the Ravens have cooking up for us on this drive, on this series. And like I said, if I'm the Ravens, I have a long drive, try to see if you can run the football with Henry, wear that Steelers defense down, and keep the offense off the field as much as you can if you are Baltimore. Especially because you want to preserve Lamar's back, because like I said, it's easy for him to say that, oh yeah, my back is A-okay, but we don't know the severity of his injury. Like the minute he gets tackled, like how is it going to feel? So him getting hurt and then hitting the ground. So we're going to find out, when we come back on this commercial, after this commercial break. Once again, if you are new to the channel, definitely welcome. Appreciate you being part of the Louis Sports Network team. Make sure to like the video. So definitely appreciate that. Thank you. And right now we have returned. So now Baltimore has the ball.
22 is a controversial Isaiah Likely touchdown.
Hope you guys like the setup. Here we go. The ball is pitched to Henry. Henry runs to the left side, but only gets about a yard. So Cameron Hayward, who was injured, has come back into the game and makes a tackle and gets a 1-yard gain for the first down. 2nd and 9. Ryan says, thoughts on your Knicks? You take them on the field in the regular season, top seed in the East. How do you feel about the Knicks? I am not sold on the Knicks no matter what Knicks fans want to say. I'm not sold on them at all.
The Ravens came in with a huge group of tight ends and fullbacks, and the Steelers.
All right, 2nd and 9 for Baltimore. Lamar Jackson in shotgun. Zay Flowers in motion. They give it to Henry, and Henry gets a solid run. Looks like about a gain of 7 or 8. Dennis, shout out to Dennis in the building. Appreciate you. What's going on, my man? Hope everything is good with you. Ryan says they play against the Lakers February 1st at OKC and the Nuggets. They just lost to the Spurs on New Year's Eve, in which they had a double-digit lead. I'm not sold on the Knicks. I'm not sold on them. Even in the Open East. All right, they give it to Henry again. And Henry gets the first down. Nice play. So again, if you're the Baltimore Ravens, you want to keep the chains moving. Run that football. Run that football.
They drafted and acquired this year to fortify to try to stop that guy.
Excuse me. Set up that play action. Excuse me. Set up that play action. Excuse me. Dennis says, you think my Chargers messed up by playing the Pats first instead of Jacksonville? I mean, it's going to pick your poison for the Chargers because Jacksonville is no joke. Lamar, play action, passes. Zay Flowers juggles it, and he drops it for incomplete. Zay almost caught that ball. Let me see if it was double or triple coverage by the Steelers defense.
It is going to whistle right by his inside ear here, and that is more risk.
Yeah, that was a very risky pass by Lamar. That could have been intercepted because he didn't have full control of the ball, and he was trying to catch it with one hand.
But you're also going to see a guy that will put it in harm's way occasionally. Do you get more of the good than the bad?
They have one job? Sure. All right, Lamar passes. Open. Oh, that was a tough play. That was a tough catch. Let's see what the penalty zone. We got a flag on the play with 7:14 remaining in the first quarter.
Black, that rookie Chris just mentioned, the 5th round pick.
Let's see what the call is going to be.
Well, and you saw he kind of got tripped up.
Personal foul, passer, defense. 15 yards.
Can't go low. Mike Tomlin's out off the sideline.
Ooh.
Telling Sean Smith, I think my guy got tripped.
It looked like the leg got stuck out by Borges there, tripped him up, and it was the Steelers.
Well, he did get tripped.
Yeah, so that's a net 30-yarder.
So yeah, Dennis. Quite honestly, I think they're better off playing the Pats than they are playing Jacksonville. I don't know. I don't trust the Chargers against Jacksonville.
Offense tough enough. You don't need any breaks going your way.
They give the ball to Henry. Henry. All right, so we got 3 yards. 3 yards on the carry.
The New England game these guys played a couple of weeks ago, Baltimore. And the end of that game, it became well known 12 minutes without Derrick Henry getting on the field. And John Harbaugh.
Okay, Dennis says, but he likes Jackson Dart. I got to see what Jackson Dart's in with a full season, and then I can really judge him. He had his moments, but I want to see what he does in a full year. But remember, he's not going to have Scatterbo for a chunk of time. And I like Neighbors. So we got our running back, and we have our wide receiver for the future. Hopefully our quarterback can do something. Hopefully.
The other part that's been interesting to watch, and TJ Watt all over there.
Okay, so that was a run play to Henry. Got tackled. And we got TJ Watt was on the tackle, and we got third down. Dennis says if the Ravens lose this, discussions about Lamar leaving might heat up. I wouldn't be surprised if Lamar leaves. Tomlin on the hot seat if the Steelers lose. I wouldn't be surprised if Mike Tomlin loses. A lot of Steelers fans are pretty upset with him. Don't like him as a coach, and they feel like he's been privileged as a coach. Lamar, back, moving. Lamar, he gets sacked. He's taken down. Tez Jackson knocks him down for the sack. And you know, the way he tackled him, he treated Lamar safely on that tackle, probably knowing on his back injury. He didn't hit him too hard. Really big third down play by Herrig on the tackle, getting the sack.
Beautifully done that time by Pittsburgh. And this game is on. This is full Pittsburgh Steelers.
Physical, smash, mouth, football. Gordon Stout with the punt. Calvin Austin catching on the return. Calvin Austin tries to elude, but he's probably not going to get much, and he gets tripped. So just short. All righty. So tackled at the 26-yard line. And we're going to take a commercial break with 4:59 remaining in the first quarter. Ravens lead Pittsburgh by the score of 7-0 on Sunday Night Football here on the Louis Sports Network. Dennis says, who's your dark horse team in each conference for this year's NFL playoffs? That's a really good question. Really good question. Let's take a look at the playoff standings in the NFL, and then that way I would be able to – let's look at the playoffs. If we look at our playoff picture, ladies and gentlemen, the Chargers are the 7th seed. They are playing the Patriots, as we know. Denver has a bye week because they clinch home field throughout the playoffs, throughout the entire AFC. Jacksonville is playing Buffalo. And then we got Pittsburgh and whoever is the winner between whoever wins between Baltimore and Pittsburgh going against the Texans. Who is my dark horse in the AFC? Let's see. See, Denver and the Patriots, I feel like took people a bit by surprise. I didn't think the Patriots, they're good. I didn't think they'd be this good. So they're going to have pressure. My dark horse is looking at between – I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars in the AFC as my dark horse. I like what Jacksonville is doing. I really like what Jacksonville is doing right now. So they're my dark horse in the AFC. Now, if you ask me for the NFC, This is interesting. For the NFC, let's see. For the NFC, this is a really good question. As we come back, Ryan's got the Bears in the NFC, and he has the Patriots in the AFC. Isn't QB of Jags injured? The Trevor Lawrence. Oh, wait a minute. That's right, because I was getting notifications on my phone that quarterbacks were coming in. So now having Trevor Lawrence is going to hurt. All right, we're back. 4:54 remaining in the first quarter. Gainwell doesn't make a play. Gets tapped.
Georgia, Travis Jones, Connecticut.
I think in the NFC for me, I got to go with the Chicago Bears. Like for the Bears to, we know the Bears have been really never been known for scoring points, but Caleb Williams, what he's done at quarterback has been nothing short of amazing.
Before third down, Melissa, an update on the quarterback, Nate Wickett.
Yes, quick update. When he came to the sideline, he told the athletic training staff he was okay, but then the spotters upstairs called down, so they took him into the medical tent to be evaluated for a concussion, cleared, back in the game.
And for the first two plays of this drive.
All right, so we got 35 for the Steelers. Under 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0 Baltimore. Aaron Rodgers. 4-man rush, 3-step drop. Gainwell gets the pass, and the Steelers get a first down. Dennis says he doesn't know why, but he likes the 49ers. I don't know. I'm not sold on the 49ers. I thought I would be, but I for some reason I just don't know. All right, quick pass. 3rd and 6, and Rodgers completes it.
Of course, familiarity with teammates from Green Bay. Rodgers keeping this at a quick tempo.
Wait, why did they put 3rd and 5? But that was first down. Anyway, the pass is caught and complete, and looks like the Steelers are going no huddle. Rodgers in the shotgun, and they're gonna run it. Gainwell gets about a yard, and he's going to get stopped. Doesn't really go nowhere.
Plays are being called technically by Arthur Smith, the offensive coordinator.
All right, and now it is 3rd down.
With Zachary Orr on the right side. Zach Orr's been a part of this rivalry, but so much of what happens.
I think Brock Purdy is going to show everybody he's not a game manager. To me, he's a juiced-up version of Alex Smith, but I feel like he's going to ball out. I like Brock Purdy. I do. I think he gets unnecessary hate from Nick Wright and them, but wow, Gainwell gets the pass completed, but Simpson on the tackle and stops the Steelers on 3rd down. So what are you going to do, Mike Tomlin? You going to go for it?
Short of the first down, 4th down, and about a yard or so to go. And the offense staying out for the moment.
So I'm guessing they're probably going to do a quarterback sneak, maybe with a bit of a tush push. I mean, it's become the thing in the NFL now, the tush push. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you guys can hear me with the audio. Let me know if the audio is good. Here we go. And the push, did they get the first down or did they get the stop? I think that the Steelers are short. Yep, they're short, and the Ravens get the ball back. Turnover on downs. So the Steelers don't get it.
On the opposite side of the state, but it comes up short.
That is amazing that they tried that play right there. That was a good, healthy couple of yards there, and for Harbaugh, that
wow, they don't get it.
room for celebration. I don't think he could believe it because there was a lot of movement. You can't ask for a
And look
whole lot
at
more success
Aaron,
on a
the
quarterback.
dejected Aaron Rodgers looks
And yet it
upset.
still didn't get there.
Still didn't get it. Here we go with the Ravens. Already with 66 rush yards on the ground. We talked about running the football. They get ball at midfield. They give it to Henry. Henry looks like he gets about 4 or 5.
Derrick Henry has run it on 9 of the 16 Baltimore plays in this first quarter.
Yeah, and that means that Malik Harrison, the linebacker, is in there as well. They were telling us that when Derrick Henry's in the game, you're going to see number 50.
If you have not hit the like button, guys, make sure to hit the like and hit that subscribe right here in Pittsburgh. Sunday night football, Ravens and Steelers. Here we go. Jackson gives it to Henry on the left side. Henry gets us up a first down and more. It is a first down. Can we get? Also, guys, let me know if you guys hear that Ric Flair rule. Let me know if you hear the Ric Flair rule because I'm going to try one more time. Ready? As the Ravens get themselves a first down.
On the inside is Alex Highsmith, the guy who typically is the one playing on the edge, and so they allow Derrick Henry to get outside of the less experienced edge player.
And
Chris Henry already 10 carries, 79 yards. He had the one big one for 41, but it is exactly what the Ravens are doing. Don't overthink it.
here we go. They give it over. And so once again, they give it to Mitchell. And we are ending the first quarter.
Outscoring them 7-0. Stopping Rodgers in the offense on fourth down.
Which was huge. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is for the AFC North Division title. At the end of one, it is Baltimore 7, and the Pittsburgh Steelers nothing as we head over to commercial break. And Dennis says for the AFC, I'm always going to say my Chargers, but outside of them, dark horse got to be Bills or Ravens if they win because Allen and Lamar know this is their best chance to get to the Super Bowl with no KC. I just don't think that either one of them are going to get to the Super Bowl. It's crazy that I say that, but I just don't think that they're going to get the Super Bowl even with no Kansas City. Because I think it just puts even more pressure. It's like, well, Mahomes is not there. Kansas City's not there. So this should be easy. This should be an easy path. That puts more pressure. Because you got two good defenses in Jacksonville and you got Houston in the AFC. It's a damn shame that the Colts ended up losing their last 7 games. I thought the Colts were going to be in the postseason easy. And they were losing football games. It's like Daniel Jones came back down to earth. Jonathan Taylor definitely came back down to earth. He had not been the same since the bye week. And then after that, then Daniel Jones tears his Achilles, and that was it. Jonathan Taylor has had a horrible time since the break. He's not putting up big numbers anymore. I think he only had 3 total touchdowns since the bye week. Since their bye week. I just don't think – I think James Cook is going to get stopped in the playoffs, knowing that they're – what? Keon Coleman's been a disappointment for the Bills, and their 2 tight ends, Kincaid and Knox, are hurt. They constantly get hurt. And like I said, Josh Allen also has a foot injury, so how we got to see – Is that gonna keep him? Is he gonna be mobile to be able to move? So we will have to find out.
Great place to be. The Steelers Hall of Honor Museum, over 50 inductees last month.
Ryan has got the Bears in the Super Bowl.
Marquise Pouncey, Joey Porter Sr., Joey Porter Jr.
I can possibly see NFC Championship with this team. I don't think Super Bowl though.
In the game that will decide the 4th seed in the AFC.
All right, Ravens with the ball, great field position. They are within the red zone. Lamar hands it off to Henry, and Henry is going to get stopped. Looks like about 2 yards on the play.
On 11 carries, to begin this game.
Like they are going.
Dennis says, who can you see leaving their team in this upcoming offseason, Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow?
And they are just simply going to have to play man-to-man coverage, which means
I don't think Joe Burrow's going to leave.
see the Ravens come back.
I can see Lamar leaving.
And throw the football again. They're not going to let Pittsburgh just sit out there one-on-one and not take a few shots at it.
Second down.
He's back in the game on 3rd and 8.
I'm sorry, 3rd and 5 because that was first down in the first quarter. 3rd and 5 for the Ravens. Lamar backs up, rolls right, being chased by 3 Steelers, and he is looks like he just got to the line of scrimmage, but there's no gain, and looks like the Ravens are probably going to kick a field goal. So the Ravens.
Impressive was that from Harmon to get out on the edge? That looked like in any other circumstance. You got Lamar Jackson against a defensive lineman. He's going to outrun that guy every time. Harmon took the right angle and saved what would have been a touchdown.
The Bears, to me, their expectation was to make the playoffs, and I think that was a bit of a surprise for them. But I love the season the Bears had. I could see their best case scenario for them would be the NFC Championship, but Super Bowl would be asking a bit too much. Here's the kick, and the field goal is good. All right, so once again, we're taking a commercial break with 13:33 remaining here in this first half. It is Baltimore now with a 10-0 lead over the Pittsburgh Steelers, and right here on the Louis Sports Network. Going back to the comment section, yeah, I agree with you, Dennis. Like, the Bengals have had a bad offensive line for a while. I don't understand why the Bengals have not addressed their offensive line issues, because they have good receivers. They do lack a little bit of a running game. So I definitely say that they need a running back, and they need to fix their offensive line. Their defense hasn't been great neither. So obviously they definitely got to improve their defense too. But in terms of Joe Burrow being healthy, because Joe Burrow is getting a lot of injuries now, and he's young, but it's because they have not been able to fix that offensive line. Excuse me. Bengals need to give Burrow an O-line, or he's going to be the next Andrew Luck. Dennis also says Bengals need to improve their defense, and O-line is a priority. Yeah, they got to fix their offensive line first. Because even if they were to improve their defense, if they prioritize defense first, then basically their defense is going to be on the field a lot because of their offense, because of the inability of the offensive line to pass protect the quarterback. The Bears defense is going to turn up in the playoffs. Yeah, no, I actually agree with Dennis. They are this year's Washington Commanders, because the Commanders, they came out of nowhere and made it to the NFC Championship. Unfortunately for them, they've had a lot of injuries, so we never got to see what they were like fully healthy. So that's been tough. Yo, shout out to Rio 1105. He says, I prefer the Ravens than the Steelers in the playoffs. To be quite honest with you, I don't want to see either team. I don't want to see either team. It's because of this. Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson are probably they're the two most talked about quarterbacks in the NFL when it comes to expectations and excuses at the same time. And like I said, I like Lamar. It's unfortunate he gets the hate that he does, but he's never really had weapons on him. Like, Mark Andrews is really his best weapon. And then Aaron Rodgers, he's just old. Here's Gainwell on the return. Beautiful stutter step. Ooh, beautiful move by Gainwell. Gainwell's been doing well on special teams. I got to give him that. But we got a flag. 13:23 remaining. Again, guys, hit the like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Again, make sure to share the stream as well. So that negates Gainwell's run. So we got a penalty on the Steelers. It was a 10-yard penalty because of a hold on special teams. It's first down.
What this rivalry is like? We both called a bunch of these. What is it about this rivalry that just takes it to another level?
Well, it used to be that the coaches all hated each other back when I was playing. That was a good part of it. But it always turns into the same thing. I always feel like when I leave the stadium,
Lakers are trading Rui for Dylan Brooks. Wait, are they trading him? Because I know there was consideration of him getting traded.
And by that standard, so far, you have to say Baltimore is.
It's so funny that LeBron had pushed for Rui Hachimura, and now he's trading him. Another teammate gone.
At some point, that has to switch. You go back to the days Ben Roethlisberger with the broken nose, and everybody said, yeah, it's just a flesh wound, right? It was that kind of a game when you got reports from the sideline. But
Pittsburgh with the ball, first and 10.
So far,
Rodgers calls the play. They run it. Jalen Warren with the ball. And probably gets himself about 2 yards.
John Jenkins, Brent Urban in there for that Baltimore defense. It's been a slow start offensively for the Steelers.
It has been, and I think that we just basically have to go back to the fact that, without
Leo says Dylan Brooks is averaging 21 points. He's showing out since he left Memphis.
Seen them be good yet. They're not good tonight.
Quite honestly, he really is. I mean, Dylan's made himself into a nice player in this league. I mean, he's shooting the ball well too. All right, second down for Pittsburgh. 2nd and 8. And Warren gets about a yard. So it's 3rd and 7. I think Dylan is playing like that because expectations for the Suns is low. I mean, but he had a good year last year for Houston.
Watch the way he fights his way through. He was tremendous a week ago, and he has, since he got paid that contract, he has gotten even better. And that's
well, whoever wins this game, the other coach is going to be on the hot seat regardless. Aaron Rodgers might retire. Oh, Lamar Jackson leaving. Rodgers drops, pass. Gainwell gets the pass. First down. First down. Shout out to my man Rio. He said he's like Draymond with a jump shot. I'm trying to see if I can find that first down button because I want to use it.
The pressure hasn't been extraordinary on Aaron Rodgers, and sometimes whenever he gets a chance to look down the
Kenneth Gainwell, 26 years old, went to Memphis in his in terms of his collegiate college career. Rodgers drops back, throws quick pass, screen. They give it to Warren. Warren keeps going. Beautiful. Jalen Warren, 17 yards on the play.
This is effectively like a running play almost because you've got Jonnu Smith.
Well, the Steelers are going to have to mix it up. They can't call screen every time because eventually the Ravens are going to read it.
It looks like a passing game. Effectively, this is the way to run the football.
Yeah, this is the hot seat game, right? And it's the quarterback game too. It's the coach quarterback hot seat game. Rodgers, play action. Rodgers looking deep, up the middle, open. Oh, he overthrew it. He had a man wide open.
That's terrible. That was their big home run play.
That was, yeah, it was.
MVS going to clear out down here, and then you've got the
Valdez Scantling, he was wide open.
And they can't hit that play?
Well, not Scantling, excuse me, Smith.
I don't know what happened to the timing. You could see Aaron kind of shuffle his feet for a minute. Maybe wasn't sure if he's going deep or across the field, but oh my goodness.
That was wide open. Rodgers, quick throw, complete. Scotty Miller on the catch.
Adam Thielen, Marquez Valdez Scantling, and Calvin Austin. Those are the four receivers.
Oh, wait, that's Adam Thielen? Oh, that's right. He signed with the Steelers.
That's why you see a lot of tight ends and running backs. There's not a number one, quote-unquote, receiver on this team right now.
Ryan says Kyrie's coming back. Okay. What do you think of my guy Shedeur Sanders this season? Browns head coach needs to go. Apparently, Shedeur Sanders has been getting a lot of hate from what I hear. Empty backfield for the Steelers. Third down. 3rd and 6. Rodgers drops back. 4-man rush. Lose the pressure. Rodgers runs. He's run. What is Rodgers doing? He was trying to find a guy open, but you had space to try to get a first down, and instead you run out of bounds. Trying to get a guy open. And instead of keeping the chains moving, now you got to settle for a field goal. Look at this. Yeah. Yeah, why did you back?
Tavius Robinson, a defensive lineman, ran him down. And back in the day, that's 1st and 10.
Tough play.
Boswell 8 of 10 from 50 plus. This is a 57.
Okay, Boswell on the kick.
50 plus field goals.
Here's a kick from 50 plus yards, right down the pike, and it is good. 57 yards. Okay. So with 8:52 remaining here in the first half, huge kick for the Steelers. They honestly, that home run play that should have just happened with Van Ness Scoutley running that route to get Smith to run across on his route and for Rodgers to miss him by that much. You're looking at a touchdown. Instead, 3 points. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, 8:52 remaining in the first half. Score is 10-3 Baltimore over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ryan says Steelers are nervous. Lights are too bright for Rodgers. I mean, listen. Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback, but when it comes to big games, Aaron Rodgers he's only had one Super Bowl run, and people have said that he wasn't even really that great in the Super Bowl run. And then you look at the fact that he's been to 5 NFC Championship games. He's lost 4 out of 5. If that doesn't tell you that Aaron Rodgers does not play well in big games, I don't know what else to tell you. But I know somebody will come and they'll tell me and they'll try to make it seem like, oh, yeah, you haven't seen look at the numbers he put up. And I'm pretty sure if you look at his numbers, how good are they really? I don't know. Again, guys, hope you guys are enjoying the stream with me. Appreciate you guys being here. No doubt about it. Apparently, a YouTuber had put that Shedeur Sanders is experiencing apparently racism. Stephen A is a clown, constantly overhyping up Aaron Rodgers. Like, he's a bad man. He's a bad man. This is not old Aaron Rodgers anymore. This is not prime Aaron Rodgers anymore. So you gotta understand that. It's happening to him again.
Thursday in the hunting park. 10-3. Ravens.
All right, Ravens get the ball on the kick by Boswell. Into the end zone for a touchback.
TJ Watt here. He is coming off that collapsed lung. He had surgery, and he's been able to play at a very high level so far. And I say so far.
Yo, shout out to TJ Watt, man. Dude is tough. Dude is tough. Coming back from a collapsed lung to be playing in this game. Respect.
Hold his side, and you know he's playing on guts alone out here tonight.
For real.
Tomlin wasn't really sure in there. The conversation Mike told us exactly.
All righty, 1st and 10 for the Ravens. We're going to start off with a run. They give it over to, it's a play action. Lamar Jackson looking, can't find anybody, starts to run, and he can't. He gets stripped, but we got a flag.
It's a gain of 3 for the moment. We've got a flag, and we've also got an injured Raven.
Oh, boy.
Daniel Falalele.
From the offensive line. Daniel Falalele injured.
Right into the back, in the middle of a
holding offense. That's another penalty for the Ravens.
So imagine a 380-pound man trying to hold off a block. I think the
Falalele still down.
And that really is sort of what initiated this whole thing. Watch this whole pile come this way. Here's Falele here, and you'll see whack.
Remember, Cameron Hayward's old man ran into him, and now
and the pressure below, and he is a key part of this offense.
You see Roger Rosengarten pick him up. He and Falalele have been next to each other for virtually every snap of the season. Only a couple of snaps.
Daniel Falalele is coming out the game, and he's holding on to his lower back.
Been a duo that has been relied on.
At least he was able to walk on his own power, but that's, you don't like to have those kind of injuries.
Check in for the Ravens. Jones has played just 33 snaps.
Emory Jones comes in, only played 33 snaps. Third round selection, 91st overall, 2025 draft, drafted out of LSU.
They spelled it in for a couple of series. He didn't play the next game, played 13 snaps in the Sunday night game against New England, and now here he is in the biggest game of the season.
And here's where Lamar Jackson has to be careful right now.
Yeah.
You've got a lead, and you're first and a long way to go, right?
8:33 second quarter, 1st and 20 for the Ravens. They dump it off. They give it off to Henry, and Henry gets tackled for about a gain of 3.
The one thing they do not want to have happen is that they fall out of love with punting. Punting is fine in a game like this. The Pittsburgh Steelers are notoriously patient. They will slowly grind a game down until you get in about the middle of the
Well, this is why I said, as Chris Collinsworth is explaining, why the Ravens need to score. If they can get themselves about 21 points, I feel like they can win this game. Because the Steelers are getting nothing on offense right now. Lamar drops back, 2nd and 17, tried to fake flick it, and doesn't go anywhere, and he's tackled for a loss. So it's now 3rd and 20. That's the second time Lamar's been sacked in this game. Steelers defense making an impact.
Tells his grandkids about what he did in the National Football League. This play will be part of that tape. He got fooled, and then he ran down Lamar Jackson. And that was
He fell for the pump fake. Lamar eludes him, and then Highsmith is able to chase him down. That's great recovery. Pittsburgh defense doing a nice job. They give it to Henry, and he will get tackled.
Buzzing down by Kyle Duggar, who came over for the Patriots. He had the hit on Henry.
And now it's 4th down, so the punt team is coming out.
It felt like everything was going the Ravens' way, and they got a little 3-point drive out. That's great. But we have seen this defense awaken now. He was making sure that nobody punted one over his head.
He was on the other side of the Roberto Clemente Bridge.
How about that corner coming in, Duggar making the play on Henry on the tackle? He came from deep to then go either help. Got the punt. Calvin Austin on the return, and it's going nowhere.
Rasheen Ali. That's a first-round pick there. The NFL draft.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with 6:10 remaining in the first half, it is a 10-3 Baltimore Ravens lead over the Pittsburgh Steelers. As Dennis says, I don't see either top 2 seeds from both conferences making the Super Bowl this year. Do you agree? Seattle. Who's number 2? Let me see. Who's number 2? Oh, the Bears. Yeah, I don't see the Bears going. I think the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. I think they are. I got the Rams in the Super Bowl. Let's see. They're the 5th seed. I got the 5th seeded Rams in the Super Bowl. For the AFC, here's my Super Bowl pick. I'm going to go with the Rams against the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's my Super Bowl pick. Rams against Jaguars. And if not Jacksonville, I'm not sold on the Chargers. I'm not sold on the Texans. I pick Buffalo. Bills or Jaguars. Ew, nobody want to see that matchup. I didn't say I wanted to see it. I just picked to see who was going to do it. To see who's going to go. That's all. What matchup do you want to see, Dennis? Excuse me.
All those magical moments, all those spellbinding plays in Green Bay. Only Peyton Manning has won more NFL MVPs. He's won 4. The Super Bowl championship, Super Bowl 45, it ends in Green Bay. Goes to the Jets, tears his Achilles, and he did not like the way the experience went with the Jets. So glad to be here in Pittsburgh.
Aaron Rodgers, 9 of 12, 51 yards. Rodgers rolls right, and it is incomplete. Marquez Valdez-Scantling can't get the pass, incomplete.
Have you thought about this being the last week? Any thoughts? And he said, no.
Chargers Bills would be good. I like that.
Playing again because he had fun this year playing for Pittsburgh and for Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, and I've got to think this game is going to have a lot to do with that decision. If he takes the Pittsburgh Steelers to the playoffs,
think Eagles are going to lock it in the playoffs. We'll see.
That would be a really impressive accomplishment because this has really hurt.
Rodgers, play action. Throw. Incomplete. On 2nd and 10. It is 3rd down.
Incomplete, trying to get it to Adam Thielen, the veteran receiver. You talk about the separation of receivers, it's just not there with the guys they have right now.
Well, that's exactly right, because if you watch this team play, one of the best games we saw Aaron Rodgers play this year was against the Ravens.
Yeah, that's right.
He looked great. He's hitting deep balls down the field, and it was, DK Metcalf.
All right, so we got 3rd down. We got 3rd down, 5:55 remaining.
But this offense doesn't have that sort of weaponry without him. And so now it is up to the guy who's been around.
5:59 remaining here in this first half. 3rd and 10. Rodgers, a loose pressure, throws, incomplete.
So they try to go to the air 3 times. And another veteran, Kyle Van Noy, at age 34.
Kyle Van Noy makes the play, and the Steelers are 3 and out. They got to punt again.
That's an 0 for 3 passing, 3 and out for Pittsburgh.
Well, and they have really been mixing up the coverage very well. So Van Noy's going to go out and cover the flat here, which is something I guess at his age he'd love to do, but they kind of have this whole thing blanketed. And what we've seen out of Aaron Rodgers the last few weeks,
the Steelers are not looking good right now.
As he needs to get the ball out of his hands to his receivers.
Here's the punt.
Flag is down. The left-footed kicker, Waitman, kicks it to Westphal. Makes the fair catch right around the 30.
That was dangerous there, but there's a flag.
The line of scrimmage. You saw Jabril Peppers, the gunner, was pointing out to his right before the.
Let's see what the call is going to be.
A lot of special teams penalties so far in this one.
Going over to talk to John Harbaugh. This would be accepted penalty number 7 on the night. It'll be the 3rd on Pittsburgh. Illegal motion. Kicking
Kicking
team
team.
number 15. 5-yard penalty. Replay. 4th down. So they're going to ask him to re-kick it.
Yeah, I like that too, because a lot of times these guys covering the punts, all of a sudden they don't really want to go do it again, and you get a little tired, and sometimes you can break one of these.
He has Ben Skoranek to come back, Peppers. Ben Skoranek is the gunner. He's one of the best in the league. He's a Pro Bowler, but you see that vice, those two guys trying to keep Skoranek from getting in play? They know they're going to have to find ways to get Skoranek free against that vice tonight. And that time,
alrighty, Steelers are going to punt the ball again.
Before the snap comes.
And now they've got the return set up, so an opportunity here for the Ravens.
Everybody gets organized. It's another good
Ball is kicked, and a fair catch is called.
A lot of little stuff for 53 yards, but this is a game where.
All right, so we're going to take a commercial break with 5:39 remaining here in the first half. It is a 10-3 Baltimore Ravens lead over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Once again, I hope you guys are enjoying this stream. Thank you for those who show their support and have been able to rock with me throughout this live stream. First time in 2 years. It's been fun. Let me know if you guys think, are the Steelers going to be able to come back in the second half? I just don't like the way their offense looks. I don't think they're going to be able to sustain drives enough to be able to score points. Because even Baltimore themselves is struggling to score too. Because remember, Lamar Jackson, the first drive, got that ball, was able to pass it up the middle of the field to Walker for the touchdown. But since then, all the Ravens have is a field goal. But the Steelers are worse because they had a couple of opportunities to score, and unfortunately, all they've been able to muster is a field goal. But I'll see if the Eagles, it's really going to depend on Jalen Hurts, because it's just some people, I don't know. There's just something really off. A.J. Brown is already leaving. So there's that. Jalen Hurts is overrated to me. Not trying to hate on the guy. He is a Super Bowl MVP. He's a champion. And he deserved both. But I don't know. There's just something about him that's just, not telling me. It's how good is he if he didn't have as many weapons as some of the other quarterbacks in the league. And I say some, because some quarterbacks do have weapons. I'm just saying when it comes to Jalen Hurts compared to other guys. All right, they give the ball over to Henry. Henry's able to get a first down.
Henry over 100 yards in the first half.
So here's what happens when you get.
It's not a Ravens first down, but at least it's a first down, even though I have to put the sound on.
Henry can get a yard or two on the other side of the line of scrimmage. You could see Patrick Queen, as Ricard was approaching, almost cringe a little bit to one side. That is a 300-pound fullback coming down.
Yep.
And it is
all right. They give it up to Henry again, and Henry gets tackled probably for one.
Patrick Queen. John Harbaugh and the Ravens had that win Saturday night. Then they went home Sunday, and Harb's invited some of the staff and some of the players to his house to watch the game. And he shared this video with us. That's the last play of the game in Cleveland. Look who's watching. Couldn't watch at that moment. Harbaugh, he can turn the corner. We're alive. You're alive. It was great stuff. But as he said, we were fans. So you see all those fan-posted videos that go viral of celebrations? The Ravens had their own moment, knowing that they had a game tonight.
2nd and 9. Lamar Jackson, quick pass, incomplete to Zay. Pass intended for Zay Flowers.
3rd and 9 coming. Here's Melissa.
Yeah, Mike, Mark Andrews told me before the season that he had to pinch himself when he looked around at the offense and saw all the weapons they had. But those weapons have rarely been on the field at the same time while dealing with all these different injuries. And he said, we faced a lot
all right,
of
it's 3rd and 9.
We're really made of. And now with everyone healthy, he said we're peaking at the right time. If we let our talent shine, great things are going to happen. Our dream of winning a Super Bowl will stay alive.
And my partner agrees.
Here we go, 3rd and 9.
It's going to be really hot down the stretch.
4:21 remaining in the first half. 10-3 Ravens. What do they call? Lamar backs up. Lamar wide open. Lamar running, and he goes out of bounds. Keeps the chains moving for the first down. Ryan says, anything different you see on here since from the last time you went on here? I'm gonna need you to try to clarify that question for me. What do you exactly mean?
Completely unnecessary too. They're going to effectively have 2 spies or at least man coverage with 1 spy right there, and there was no reason for Linderbaum to hold.
So I'm guessing that was a 2 QB spy.
Look around, see all of that green grass. There's no way anybody's going to tackle Lamar with that much space. Linderbaum, who has just been a tremendous player for this team, makes a big
Also, heads up play by Lamar. Finally running with the ball and not holding it too long to try to be pocket friendly, trying to pass it. Don't give the defense that much time. Quick play. Zay Flowers. He gets it, and
at the 41, it would set up 4th and a long 6. Field goal from here would be 59 yards. Harbaugh told us last night.
All right, so we got a 59-yard field goal coming up for the Baltimore Ravens.
What they're going to do, they're going to punt the ball.
Oh, never mind. Correction. They're going to punt.
So interesting. Tomlin went for it on 4th down. Similar area. Didn't get it. Left a short field. This is 10 yards more than what Pittsburgh faced. They're going to ask Jordan Stout to try to put it inside the 20 for the 22nd time this year.
It needs to be great.
Over, not going to get there. It was all of that, Chris.
Wow.
Stopped by Tyler Wallace over at the 9-yard line. Long field for the Steelers with 3:09.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 3:09 remaining in the first half. 10-3 Baltimore over the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the ball, I believe, was placed on the Pittsburgh 5. And that couldn't have been bad, and that couldn't be any worse, because it's bad enough that your offense is struggling, but now you have to start from your own 5-yard line on special teams, from special teams just now. So we are on commercial break. 10-3 Baltimore over Pittsburgh. Hope you guys like the background that I made for this game. Got Derrick Henry to my left. Well, it would be my right if I was to turn the picture around and if it was from my perspective looking. But anyway, Derrick to my right, Aaron Rodgers to my left. If we're talking shoulders, it's my left and my right from how I see it. But in actuality, it's Rodgers on the left and Henry on the right. But yeah, like I said, Ryan, you would have to honestly really clarify, like, what do you mean by, like, what difference do I see from the last time that I was on? And like I said, it was really more so live streaming that I haven't done in a while. Shout out to G Money. He says he's got the Eagles and the Patriots, and the Eagles going back to back. Okay. All right, G Money. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And we are back just like that.
Higgins there to make the play. This was the killer. They had it set up, cleared out deep.
That play to not get Jonnu Smith, that really hurt.
No problem with the arm. He can certainly throw it with anybody. Even today, the legs, not so much. That's the biggest difference when you're talking about Aaron Rodgers at this point in his career. That used to be a first down every time.
At 42 years old, playing his 21st season.
Oh, I said he was 41. He's 42.
5 runs. 5 runs for 6 yards.
On the Pittsburgh 5. Pitch. Toss, excuse me. And Warren gets a
15. Pittsburgh first down.
first down.
Now they're getting back to some Pittsburgh Steelers football here. Connor Hayward, when he is in the game at fullback, that time they motion back in. When this guy
I don't like using the Packer first down because these are not the Green Bay Packers, but
this kind of a running
going to
game
find the first down nonetheless.
and allow Aaron Rodgers to get to some play action. This could
Let me
be
know if you guys can hear it too. First and 10 for the Steelers. Quick pass.
Throws him down. Gain of just a yard.
Scanlon only gets all one.
First round pick out of Notre Dame. He's played wherever they
Ravens did a good job reading the screen.
Well, first of all, he's the best safety in football right now. Let's just start there. But let's also give credit to the organization because Alohi Gilman was traded in here. And that allowed Kyle Hamilton to come down around the line of scrimmage. And when that happened, this defense completely
2-minute warning.
Derek DeCosta, the GM, with a big move.
2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen, for the end of the first half. It is 10-3 Baltimore over Pittsburgh right now on the Louis Sports Network. We call the game the battle for the AFC North, but like my friend Dennis said, this is also the game where it is quarterback and coach on the hot seat game. Well, once again, shout out to G Money on the background, man. Thank you for the support. Like, I definitely appreciate that. Oh, this is so cool. Like, it shows. So right here, this is a strap because the green screen that I have goes over the chair, at least the head and the neck of the chair. Yeah, man, so I'm loving it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got to ask you a question. For the playoffs, who would you say, where do you see an upset or upsets taking place in the postseason for the NFL? Let me know in the comment section. No problem. No problem, Ryan. As long as you could clarify for me at another point, I understand. You know, the football next to the number 3 on Pittsburgh look like if it's like it says -3. Yeah, Baltimore's winning 10 -3.
Maria, can you tell us where we're going? Can you send me a text if you got the schedule?
Maria Taylor.
We'll be watching at halftime. Find out where we're all going next weekend. Terrific wild card weekend all across the networks.
Also, guys, let me know if you guys want me to do the wild card weekend for the playoffs. I definitely will consider that too. 2nd and 9. Rodgers back, drops, throws, and incomplete. I'm telling you, the Ravens are playing
intended
great
for a tight
coverage,
end who hasn't caught one yet.
playing man-to-man.
And Wiggins comes up with the play.
Mike, it's a great point. We have typically seen this be a very tight end heavy kind of offense, but you got a tight end against one of the fastest players in the National Football League. Wiggins certainly wasn't worried about Freiermuth running past him and made the play. And this is a big game, really, for Wiggins. He was not very good.
All right, 39 for the Steelers.
And so far in this one, he's done really well.
Here we go. Rodgers. Back. 4-man rush. Escapes. Rodgers. He's got room. Runs wide open. And gets himself a first down. Stays on his feet. And he gets himself up first down. He gets himself up.
Defenses I have seen destroyed when Aaron Rodgers, when they rush forward, and he always sees the open lanes. Always. Earlier in the first quarter, he just couldn't get there. Enough of a gap that time, and here we go.
Well, that's because the Ravens are closing the gap. Here we go. Rodgers, quick pass. Adam Thielen catches and makes the play. Looks like it's about a gain of
8-yard line for the former Minnesota Viking. At 35, he said that this is his last year. That was when he started the season.
And we've seen this offense pick up a little bit when they've gone to the no huddle. I think it may be something that might work for Pittsburgh here.
2nd and 3. Rodgers, back. Quick dump. I'm so impressed with Gainwell's running in this game. I've been really impressed.
Timeout is taken.
So now you're turning it into a mental battle out there against Aaron Rodgers. So they're going to drop out, just rush. So let's just dump it down to our guy, right? No problem at all. Let's let him turn around, little screen pass, and here we go. But Aaron Rodgers and his memory is as amazing as anything I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, let's see.
He once asked me, you want to try and match wits with me? I was like, no chance whatsoever.
Genesis NBA trade deadline predictions. I got to check the trade deadline. See what's available, who's out there. Chargers beating the Pats? Okay. I love the confidence on your Chargers. I say AFC Patriots and the NFC Seahawks.
This is his final season. The last thing he wanted to do was
Seahawks get upset in the divisional.
He wanted the chance to play, end his career.
Patriots get upset in the wild card.
The Vikings to waive him. And when the Steelers claimed him last month, the whole family was able to come because the kids were out for Christmas break and stay with him in an Airbnb.
Rodgers drops back, throw, complete. Austin catches it, and it is another Pittsburgh Steeler. Down. 52 seconds, Steelers. On this drive, Aaron Rodgers 4 for 5, 32 yards.
He pointed, got it right into Austin.
Here we go. Rodgers back to throw. Quick throw, and it's incomplete.
You saw that last word with Rodgers at the line was to Calvin Austin. And that's why, as Chris said, they spent so much time together. Tuesday nights at Rodgers' house. Wednesday and Thursday, Aaron leads film sessions. And again on Saturday to try to all be on the same page.
Well, the last time these two teams played, Rodgers killed them when they tried to blitz him. 9 for 12, 119 yards and a touchdown. They came with the blitz there. Let's see if the Ravens have the guts to try it again, because Aaron Rodgers was telling us he's begging them to blitz.
Well, you know, because he's going to be able to throw the pass. 2nd and 10. Empty backfield. Rodgers, quick throw. Gainwell looks like he's going to be just short of the first down.
Pittsburgh will take their second timeout with 22 seconds left. He's also a yard shy of the first down. So
as I predicted.
For Pittsburgh with 22 to go. Chris, the only part of the Steelers offense that looked good last week against Cleveland were both 2-minute drives, the end of the first half, the end of the second half.
It's the great advantage that you have with Aaron Rodgers. We've talked about it. His arm strength, terrific. Nothing wrong there. He can't move the way that he used to. He can think at least as well as he used to, right? And maybe at the beginning of this season, it wouldn't have been true that the no huddle would have been this effective for him. But now, because of all those sessions you talked about, right? They're at his house every Tuesday night. They stay after practice every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They go over every detail, every hand signal. And so what you're seeing now is a little bit of the end of that process, and it's working.
Dennis says he's got the Panthers upsetting the first opponent, and then he said that would be the Rams.
Like Scotty Miller and Adam Thielen was in the division. That veteran knowledge is part of the reason those guys are here. And the return of Austin.
This is where you miss DK Metcalf and you're the Steelers. 3rd and 2.
They marked him at the 16-yard line.
And still go to the middle of the field. We have a timeout.
Rodgers looking left, going
Nice play by Rodgers. Gets his man. Valdez Scantling for the first down.
Bang their final timeout with 15 seconds. It rolled down to 13. We'll see if any time is adjusted.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 15 seconds.
Thank you, Sean Smith.
Huge play that time by Chidobe Awuzie because now he limits what Rodgers can do, right? 15 seconds, you could still get to the line of scrimmage, but it's a little dicey.
If you throw it over the middle?
Exactly. So now you're sort of limiting a throw to the outside, and that hit was dead on. And
15 seconds for the first half, ladies and gentlemen. 10-3, Baltimore over Pittsburgh.
The plays down here is where you go to DK Metcalf. Those back shoulder throws that they tried the 3 to Valdez Scantling at the end of the game last week, and they failed.
So when he's not there, you go to Pat Freiermuth.
First and goal for the Steelers.
3rd in from the top. First and goal, Pittsburgh at the timeouts.
Aaron drops back, 3-man rush, and it is incomplete. Steelers looking for a flag, but they don't get one. And now it's 2nd and goal.
No call, 11 seconds left, second down.
Yeah, and I think Aaron Rodgers saw that Pat Freiermuth was getting the attention. Safety in there, you had Hamilton overlooking, and so they're just making sure they had inside out that time on Freiermuth.
You had a healthy 5 yards for that contact. That was down at the 3-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 10. 11 seconds left, no time.
2nd and goal for the Steelers. Empty backfield. Aaron Rodgers back to back. 3-man rush. Wide open and throws it all the way away. For an incomplete pass and it's 3rd down.
Still time. And Mike, the risky play here is a guy like Kenneth Gainwell. Because that little halfback option in the middle of the field, you may get tackled in the field of play, but man, he is really hard to stop on that play. We were watching some of those throws in practice. He is pretty dynamic.
You've got to protect the 3 points in a game like this, don't you?
Absolutely.
Gainwell, the Pittsburgh Steelers' number 1 threat, has 45 yards. 3rd and goal, 7 seconds left in the first half. Rodgers looking, trying to tie the game. Rodgers throws middle and incomplete, and we got a flag. Wow, pass interference on Hamilton.
Pass interference. Defense number 14. The final curtain in the end zone. The ball will be placed at the 1-yard
Goal line, automatic first down.
Yeah, to me, there's no decision.
Got to, right?
Got it. This is the win.
Now, if you're Pittsburgh, you got to score here. You have to score here.
He becomes the target, even though they were double teaming him again, Mike.
On top of the fact that you have 7 seconds remaining, so you got to make this count. I'm sorry, 2 seconds.
Remember, the Hayward push with his brother was denied earlier. 2 seconds.
Final play of the half. Let's see what Pittsburgh comes up with.
For a tying score here before the break.
MBS got all 3 of those late game throws last time. He's at the top of the screen.
Looks like it's a run play. Rodgers trying to get in the flinch. Here we go. They pitch, and no, Gainwell doesn't get it. He is stopped.
The Steelers are denied. The Ravens take the lead and momentum to the locker room.
Man. Wow.
I don't know what the theory was there because they were completely outmanned. You put one guy in motion across the field, 2 defenders, 1 blocker, it never had a chance. It just never had a chance.
What kind of a play call was Mike Tomlin taking on that one? Or did Aaron Rodgers call that?
The Steelers denied. They'll get the ball to start the second half, but could have been 10-10.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this was a really rough first half if you're a Pittsburgh fan. Let me hear Mike Tomlin, see what he got to say.
Defensively, how do you slow down Derrick Henry?
You know, it's not about him as an individual. It's about getting stops, and we've gotten sufficient amount of stops. We need to continue.
Mike, thanks.
Henry has 112 yards. He's 41.
Derrick Henry has 112 yards, and he don't even have a touchdown. Ravens are running the football effectively. Pittsburgh Steelers, not so much. So once again, critical plays killing the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is halftime here on the Louis Sports Network. Hope everybody is having a wonderful time. First live stream in 2 years. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Make sure you're sharing this on your social media platforms. Appreciate your time on this Sunday Night Football AFC North Division matchup between Baltimore and Pittsburgh. The winner of this game will play the Houston Texans in the wild card next weekend. Shout out to Tom Grossi. Appreciate that, man. Sending love. Appreciate that. Thank you. Billy Fry, Grossi Raid. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody from the Tom Grossi. Appreciate the raid. Like I said, if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, you're not loving this because you've had, I want to say, 4 big plays in this game. Haven't been able to connect at all. And you only have 3 points at the half. Like I said, shout out to the Gross Raid. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. We got 150 people watching. Truly appreciate that. Thank you. Guys, if you wouldn't mind, just hit the like up. Appreciate that. I'm beginning to think that Baltimore's going to win this game. I got a funny feeling Baltimore's going to win this game. I would be shocked if Pittsburgh finds a way to win with how they're struggling offensively. They've gotten some solid runs. They've gotten some solid runs, but they haven't whether when they've had opportunities. Shout out to Teresa Thompson. She just subscribed. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Fly, Eagles, fly. Again, like people. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to the people in the grocery. Appreciate that. I don't know if it's Aaron Rodgers' last game, but so far it's looking that way right now. It really is. I mean, if it is, you got to call it a career. I mean, he's not what he used to be. He's played 21 years in the NFL, future Hall of Famer. My only wish was I wish he would have won another Super Bowl in his prime. I wish. He didn't get the chance, and such a missed opportunity. But once again, shout out to the people on Gross Raid's channel for the Gross Raid. Appreciate that. Again, shout out to Melissa who says have a great year for my channel. Definitely appreciate that. So thank you. And let's look at our first half highlights right now between Baltimore and Pittsburgh. If we look at our Gamecast. So, when it comes to our rushing yards, Derrick Henry is the man for the Baltimore Ravens, 112 yards on 15 carries in the first half. Lamar Jackson, only 4 out of 6 passing. He has 1 touchdown pass, which he threw to Walker in the middle on their first drive. 59 yards. Aaron Rodgers has already passed the ball 25 times in the first half, 98 yards. And he has the most yards on the Pittsburgh Steelers with 20. You see, if he has the most yards on the ground, that's not good. Kenneth Gainwell has got 42 yards on 6 catches. Walker on 1 catch, on 1 reception, got that 38-yard touchdown pass from Lamar Jackson. Highsmith with a sack. Robinson with a sack for the Baltimore Ravens. Kyle Hamilton leads the team in tackles with 9. And Benton for the Steelers, defensive tackle, has 6. 4 solo. All right, if we look at our yards, we got 138 yards for the Steelers, 165 for the Ravens. Neither team has turned the ball over. Pittsburgh has more first downs than Baltimore, 10-7. They have twice as less the amount of penalties. They've converted 4 out of 8 on 3rd down, and they only have 3 points. Baltimore's on the time of possession because they've been able to run the football. Despite having 6 penalties, that's cost them 68 yards, and they have less first downs. But they've made their first downs count, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's happened. They've made their first downs count. Again, shout out to the people from the Grossi Posse. Appreciate that. Thank you. Shout out to Word 8. Shout out to Leola Gonzalez, who says Steelers. Shout out to Inside the Zone with Mateo. He wants Aaron Rodgers in Minnesota. Aaron Rodgers with the Vikings. Does it make them drastic? I don't know if it may. I mean, they don't. Minnesota doesn't have a quarterback. I know that. JJ McCarthy is still green. I don't know, though. Oh, the Falcons, they just got rid of Raheem Morris, their head coach. And they got rid of their general manager. Dennis says he likes. He likes who? Oh, he likes Aaron Rodgers with the Buccaneers. I gotta say this, man. Shout out to Baker Mayfield, because Baker Mayfield, he really turned his career around going to Tampa Bay. I honestly thought he was a bust of a quarterback when he played for the Browns with the talent he had, but he turned it around. So I gotta give Baker props. But I don't know, man. Well, then here's my question. Also, shout out to Myles Garrett, man, breaking the record for most sacks in a season. Again, shout out to Myles Garrett. We got 7 people watching. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the Grossi Posse raid. We got 105 likes on this stream. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Tom. Shout out to the Grossi raid. And Myles Garrett with an NFL record, 23 sacks in a season. Congratulations on getting the record. It says, who am I? 14-3, 3,674 yards, 36 touchdowns, no interceptions, passer rating of 110.9. Every quarterback against the Jets this. Wow. What a troll. Yo. I'm thinking to myself, wait, is it Drake May? Is it Bo Nix? No. And I know Sam Darnold's throwing interceptions, so I was like, can't be him. Wow, man, that's a crazy. The trolling is unbelievable. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are still at halftime. Score is 10-3. Ravens over the Steelers right now. And this is very important. Why, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, give me 1 second. I'm going to get myself a bottle of water. I will be right back and get ready for the second half. Right now, hope you guys are enjoying the game. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Score is 10-3 in favor of the Baltimore Ravens. Thank you. Shout out to my lovely girlfriend. Shout out to Rio. He says Aaron needs to hang it up. I just think it's 21 seasons, 42 years old. Like I said, I think it's time to call it a career. I think I just said that Aaron, to me, whatever little he had left when he came to the Jets and then tore his Achilles, I said he's not going to be the same. Now, I will say that the New York Jets situation, it's a bit rough because if you saw the statistics that they just mentioned right there, the fact that quarterbacks have not intercepted a pass, have not gotten any footballs intercepted at the hands of the Jets defense. Opposing quarterbacks were 14-3 against the Jets. That's crazy. Like I said, Aaron is a future Hall of Famer, but again, I felt like he underachieved. To me, he should have had at least 2 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and then he really could put himself in that discussion of like all-time great quarterbacks. But my problem is he's lost 4 NFC championship games, 4 out of 5. To me, that it's almost basically saying like, he got fortunate in his run. And all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for the third quarter. Right now, it's a touchdown. Touchdown is separating these two teams. As we begin the third quarter, Russell Wilson need to retire too. Lamar Jackson's been sacked 3 times. The Steelers' defense is doing its job. They just got burned. Jalen Ramsey, not paying attention, got burned by Walker on the first drive. Other than that, the Pittsburgh defense has been stellar. It's been their offense.
So that's how we have arrived at 10-3 in the game for the AFC North here at Acrisure Stadium.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, AFC North Division title on the line here in Pittsburgh. Steelers, Ravens, physical football rivalry. Steelers get the ball in the second half. Ravens to kick off. Here's the kick. And here's the catch. And Gainwell gets stripped. I'm sorry, that was Jalen Warren, on the return.
John, what was your message to the defense after that goal line stand to end the half?
Well, great job, great stop, great play by 2 guys. A lot of poise.
Ravens defense has played well, but before key plays in this game for Pittsburgh will be the difference in them trailing by 7 and probably being up by about close to 2 touchdowns.
I mean, both guys have been stopped by holding guys. We got to refrain from that.
Well said.
Thanks.
And Baltimore could be up more had it not been for their penalties. So, either way, Pittsburgh with the ball in the first half, 1st and 10. Start of the third quarter.
they get one first down.
Looks like we got a run play to Warren. And here's the toss. Warren. Solid run. That's about 9 yards. So 2nd and 1 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers have got to find a way to run the football. Since week 17, Aaron Rodgers, 6 straight offensive quarters without, 6 straight quarters without an offensive touchdown. 6 straight quarters.
But talk about breaking some big runs. That's exactly what Jalen Warren has done for the Steelers this year.
So they give it to Warren, and Warren gets himself a first down.
6 straight quarters. Got a first down here to get this drive going. As Warren has it, and Chris, both of these backs, the 1-2 punch of Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Warren, they were backup.
Ryan says, let's say Rodgers gets 2 Super Bowl wins, 2 Super Bowl, and a Super Bowl MVP. You know analysts will knock off Rodgers from Mahomes of all-time great QBs. Yes. No, he'll be up there. It's just Mahomes is going to be on another level because Mahomes has got 3 Super Bowls and he has 3 Super Bowl MVPs.
And then he has one of the rushers with a Warren.
You thought they'd have Caleb Johnson, their 3rd-round pick, as part of that story. He's inactive tonight.
Actually, 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Rodgers back to throw. Rodgers throws, and it's incomplete.
As it was intended for Thielen.
Thielen looking for a flag. None given.
And there's no doubt that what we're seeing now.
If you have not hit the like button, make sure to hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Steelers and Ravens here in, I don't even know how to pronounce that name of the stadium. Arcashire Stadium. If I said that wrong, one of you guys can correct me in the comments section.
And that's been pretty much the case here tonight.
2nd and 10 for Pittsburgh. Empty backfield for the Steelers. Rodgers back, quick throw, and it is again incomplete in double coverage. And 2 Ravens. Kyle Hamilton ran into his own man trying to defend the receiver, and he's hurt.
Hamilton needs medical attention, and Rodgers is asking, why was that a flag for early contact?
All I know is that this is
that should have been a flag.
A very big moment in this game. Kyle Hamilton's the heart and soul of this defense, no matter how you want to slice it.
That's a fact, Chris. That's a fact.
Gilman also with that helmet-to-helmet. He's the one who's walking off with the athletic training staff. So
Hamilton's still down,
very
though.
Important players on the sideline. One, the other being looked at on the field.
Get up, 14!
Okay.
The NFL on TS.
All right, so we're going to take a little minor commercial break. Right now, 10-3, Steelers trailing Baltimore by a touchdown. 13:26 remaining in the 3rd quarter. We got Gillum on the Ravens defense, was able to walk on his own power. Kyle Hamilton is still on the ground. But Kyle Hamilton should have gotten a flag for that not pass interference, really more so for personal foul. Excuse me. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you haven't hit the like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, again, let me know what games you want me to do for next week in terms of the wild card. We got some interesting matchups in the wild card, so we just let me know, and I will see which game that I can do that would really be beneficial to do. Okay. So let's click on wildcard. So on Saturday, we got Green Bay against Chicago, and we got the Rams against the Panthers at 4:30. And then on Sunday, we got Buffalo and Jacksonville. Oh, I'm going to miss that one. Ooh, I think I might want to do Chargers and Patriots, or I might want to do 49ers and Eagles. And then Houston plays the winner on Monday, which would be the day I start, class. But I wouldn't mind doing the wild card game with Houston as well. That'd be dope. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So the New York Knicks are playing the Los Angeles Lakers February 1st on Super Bowl Sunday. And then we got the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Denver Nuggets. I might make a return to basketball. Who knows? Rogers throw quick, and it is caught. Pat Fryer move with the big. Ladies and gentlemen, as we call it up.
They had Trenton Simpson, who tried to run all the way across the formation.
We got a first down.
Get there, but Aaron Rodgers saw it too fast. And we were talking to Pat Fryermuth, and the first time he heard
we got Texans, baby.
Like, why are they moving? He didn't understand what's going on.
He didn't know the legend of Heath Miller back in the day. It was the third target, first reception by a tight end.
Hold on a second.
Then both those safeties, Gilman and Hamilton, off the field.
What happened?
Johnny Smith running here and gets just a yard. Smith has run it.
Ooh, college football for the national championship game. I would love to do that. What happened?
For the Ravens, and Ardarius Washington checks out.
You know, the one thing
don't know what happened.
Or at least I haven't, is that Darnell Washington, the other.
Hold on, guys. I don't know what happened to my green screen. That's kind of weird.
It also emerged as a real receiving.
Let me just stop.
And
let's start it again.
He simply was a huge.
That's so strange.
And to lose him and DK Metcalf at the same time was a big.
Oh, I might have switched the camera around. Hold on a second. Whoops. My apologies, guys. Sorry about that.
Family loves it.
My apologies, guys. I'm so sorry. I accidentally pressed the camera button and it switched. My apologies.
That's complete blanket coverage, and he knew.
Beautiful throw by Aaron Rodgers. What a catch by Adam Thielen. Huge play. We might have gotten our home run play. When is the national championship game? Is it tomorrow? All right, we got a run play. Rodgers gives it to Gainwell. And I'm sorry, to Warren. I keep forgetting Warren's number 30. Gainwell is 14.
And then traded to Minnesota. He is from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Went to Minnesota State, Mankato. And just to go back and maybe end his career, a Vikings team that had a great playoff run last year.
You see, man, Pittsburgh probably would be up 17-10 had it not been for that huge play in the first half when Rodgers missed with Smith wide open. All right, so we got 2nd and 6. 10:41 remaining here in the third quarter. We send the player in motion. Stays on the left side. Rodgers swings it. Warren, and it's close. Jalen Warren is balling right now. Coming up big in this third quarter right now.
So this is, again, almost a run play here. You get the 6th offensive lineman out there, you swing it out, so you get a lead blocker coming. It just happens.
Aaron Rodgers with the pump fake, and then passes it to the right.
Can make one guy miss. He does, and they are set up again.
Let's see what the Steelers do. They got to get it done here. 65 plays, 65 yards, 9 plays on this drive. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. I don't think he got it. He got stopped again. The Steelers get stopped short again.
And it looks to be less than a yard for the first down. And about a yard and 2/3.
What is Mike going to do? Are you going to go for it, or are you going to kick a field goal?
So they're going to go. This is exactly the same situation they were in before, but it was a longer one than what this is. So, and the Steelers have a couple of variations off of it. We saw one last week that went for 29 yards down the sideline.
Steelers got some options here. Let's see what they do, though. It's a snap, and looks like they got it. I think they got it. It's first and goal. First and goal for the Steelers. They get up.
Shop with brother and others. I like that a lot. And there they are.
Let's see.
On the doorstep of really making this a football game. Can you imagine? This is
with all the struggles the Steelers have had in this entire first half and parts of the third quarter. Kyle Hamilton, that's a big loss for the Ravens. First and goal, Hayward. Is he in? But we got a flag. It's a touchdown, but wait, I'm not gonna press the touchdown button until we figure out what the flag is, though, because the player did get in. Let's see what the flag is. Defense. It's a touchdown for the Steelers. So can I get it one more time, huh? And can I get a Ric Flair? All righty. Steelers score. It is a 1-point game, and we are headed to that kind of game, ladies and gentlemen. I told you, AFC North Division on the line. Steelers score. We got ourselves a 1-point game, 10-9. 12 plays, 67-yard drive, almost 7 minutes of time of possession. Huge drive for the Steelers in the third quarter. Steelers going for the tie. Here's a snap and the kick. It's good.
Steelers get the ball, take a long time coming down the field. 6-8.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we got ourselves a game now. Let's see what the Baltimore Ravens respond with. With 8:23 left here in the third quarter, ladies and gents, we have ourselves a 10-10 ball game tied up in Pittsburgh. Ravens, Steelers, AFC North Division title on the line. Who do you got? You got the Ravens on the road, or does the steel curtain prevail at home? Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, so Dennis, to answer your question, if I want to do college football, when is the national championship? Is the national championship tomorrow? I really need to. Let me put college football schedule because it's done by a playoff format. Wait, Thursday is the Fiesta Bowl. And then Friday is the Peach Bowl. Number 5, Oregon against Indiana. So basically, the winners of these two games, whoever wins, they're going to meet up in the college football pro championship. Okay. All right. That's January 19th. That's a bit late in the season, but I know they changed the format of the playoffs, so I understand. I think for January 19th, that's a Monday. Oh, that would be Martin Luther King Day. Oh, shoot. I think that'd be a good as time as any to do the national championship. I think I might want to do Indiana. Yeah. I think I might want to do Indiana against Oregon for the Peach Bowl, and then I'll do the CFP championship on the 19th. Good way to push my content, and also, for other subscribers out there to help subscribe to the channel. So definitely appreciate that. Yes, for sure. Yep, I think I'm going to do the Peach Bowl, and then I'm going to do the championship game. I think I'm going to do that. Let's just see how my schedule is looking, and then I'll take a look.
As a partner of the America 250
Great time to be a sports fan, right?
Yes. To the sidelines on the game balls as well. Happy 250th USA. 10-10. We start anew with 8:23 left here in the third. This game ends up.
All right, here's the third quarter. Ravens with the ball on the kickoff return. Ali on the return gets tackled.
Returns to his defense as Connor Hayward was out there in coverage.
We've got Cameron Hayward out there who's having a night on defense, though.
He really is.
Got a frog stance. Look at that, barely
Steelers and Ravens, like I said, man, there's always a playoff atmosphere. That's how fun the rivalry is.
That means he goes into the guy in front of him. He's responsible for the gap to the inside.
See, I wanted to see Ravens and Steelers back in December, but all right, Lamar Jackson gives it to Henry. Henry gets nothing. Steelers defense once again stepping up.
Think about it. The Steelers had the drive at the end of the second quarter. Didn't score halftime.
G Money says we have ourselves a ball game.
The place is alive here in Pittsburgh.
We have ourselves a ball game. AFC North fierce battle royal. Look at the steel. Look at the towels. The terrible yellow towels that we've always known and loved. If you have not hit the like button, make sure to hit the like, share the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Third quarter, 7:37 remaining in the third. Lamar Jackson in shotgun. He drops back. Four-man rush. Jackson hit as he drops the ball, and it's going to be incomplete.
They finally whistled dead.
We got an injury. Is that Jalen Ramsey?
On the play. It is ruled incomplete. The announcement is made. Check on Ramsey.
So here is the two gap we were talking about. He's going to go right through the lineman, but he's responsible for both gaps on both sides. To watch him just push his way back into the quarterback, at that point, he has to stay square because he has either side responsibility, and there he goes.
Steelers have done a very good job collapsing the pocket on Lamar Jackson.
This is the reason he has continued to be one of the absolute best.
Yeah, Steelers actually put six defensive backs.
The crossing routes and the contact. Jalen Ramsey ended up getting the worst.
I'm sorry, not defensive backs. Excuse me. They put 8-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first team All Pro.
The equivalent, if you will, of Kyle Hamilton on the other side because he plays a little corner, a little safety, a little down in the box.
39 terrible towels twirling everywhere.
Here come the terrible towels. 39. What do the Ravens got? They send the player in motion. Isaiah Likely in motion. Lamar Jackson drops back. Ball's deflected, and it's intercepted. TJ Watt with the interception. TJ Watt with the big defensive play. Collapse lung and all. Deflects the pass from Lamar Jackson and picks him off. And the Pittsburgh Steelers in position to take the lead. Wow. What a play by TJ Watt. What a play. Unbelievable. What a play. And that couldn't have become at a worse time for Lamar Jackson. Remember what I told you guys. The Ravens scored on their first drive. They haven't been able to do anything since then with more than a field goal. And now the Steelers have a chance to take the lead. Here we go. First and 10 for the Steelers. Rodgers drops back, throws, gives it a Gainwell, gives it to Warren. Warren on the outside, makes a move, and gets himself about 8 yards on the play. Oh, 9? Okay. So even better.
Jalen Warren's not a big guy. He's 5'8", but he's built like a tank.
What I like about Jaylen Warren is his ability to make guys miss with yards after the catch. That's what I like about him. The Steelers don't really have a they don't really have a running game, so Warren is used a lot more on the outside, even though he's their primary running back. We got a run play. They give it to Warren. Warren with a move and gets himself a first down.
Mike, an update. We saw Noah Gilman and Kyle Hamilton collide.
That should have been a flag on Kyle Hamilton.
Gilman went in the 10th first. So Hamilton had to wait outside on a knee for him to come out. When Gilman came out, they hugged. Gilman was cleared. Hamilton was in there with the concussion specialist. Then
man, that really sucks. I feel bad for Kyle Hamilton when he got hurt. First and 10 for the Steelers. Steelers in the red zone. They give the ball to Warren. Warren, nice move. Warren. And another one. He gets a gain of 8. Like I said, Jaylen Warren is balling in this third quarter. He's balling.
How much of the Ravens defense just went into the 10 and off the field with Kyle Hamilton?
The heart and soul of this defense, of the Ravens defense, is out hurt.
To get down in the box, have the extra guy help stop the run. It's no coincidence.
Jaylen Warren with 75 total yards. 2nd and 3 for the Steelers. They need a first down to get first and goal. 2nd and 3. Warren gets inside. He gets about probably 1, I want to say. So it'll be 3rd and 2. Once again, my apologies, guys. I accidentally hit the camera and it switched cameras. And next thing you know, I had a green screen in the background and not my OBS background. So I have to do the switch up back up and then we're all back in business.
And it changed Zach Moore's defense, and they were the best in the league for a good stretch there.
From averaging about 35 points a game, giving up to about 17, 18 in that range, to give you some idea.
All right, 3rd and 2 for the Steelers. They got a chance to get a first down. If anything, they could get a touchdown and take the lead. Let's see if the Ravens defense can stop them. Kyle Hamilton is out for this game right now. Timeout. I think Rodgers was trying to force. He was trying to force a flag on the Baltimore defense, but couldn't get anything.
He was waiting on them to watch the play clock, and so he went the hard count because he was going to try and steal that first down. It's 3rd down and 2 yards or whatever. So defenses will watch the play clock, see that it's about to run out, and then he goes hard count, and they all.
G-Money says if Pittsburgh do not get the 4th, take the field goal. If I'm Mike Tomlin.
Timeouts feel like gold in this game.
Oh yeah, I agree. But that was their shot. That's what happened there.
Well, with these two teams, they got to use their timeouts wisely. So can't.
You're right. The fans were booing the offense earlier in the first half. They were frustrated. But this is the Yinzers, as they like to say, these Pittsburgh fans.
But quite honestly, I feel like the Pittsburgh fans, they're happy about the score. But more importantly, their best defensive player made the biggest play of the game right now so far, and that's TJ. 3rd and 2 for the Steelers. All right, height. Rodgers, backdrop. Looking, open. Oh, incomplete. No flag. Pass intended for Freiermuth, but that pass was too high. And the Ravens defense does its job, and they hold their ground, so we got a field goal coming up.
Without DK Metcalf, that's the guy. Oh, Gilman is right on him and is going to cover him perfectly in the back of the end zone. Can't do it better than that.
So Hamilton in the back of the end zone at the end of the first half covering.
That ball was a tough catch for Freiermuth. That ball was a bit high. Rodgers shouldn't have thrown it that high. All right, so the kicker, so Boswell kicks it. It's good. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have taken their first lead of the game, ladies and gentlemen, with 4:28 in the third quarter. It's that old physical smash mouth playoff type football. They lead the Ravens 13-10. But man, what a play by TJ on the interception. That was such a big play. The Steelers may have not scored a touchdown, but they at least take the lead. Let's see if I can find the why does it say interception? No, interception. Mike Tomlin understood and listened to me. Tom coaching a decent third. I feel like the players are doing a really nice job of their execution. Interception. Once again, folks, we got 4:28 left in the third quarter. It is a 13-10 Steelers lead over the Ravens. So beautiful.
$35 yards to lead the league. 49 career touchdowns in December and January. Only Emmitt Smith.
We're talking about my boy Derrick Henry.
His effort tonight, plus James Cook of Buffalo not playing much in the final game. On his birthday, he has a chance to win the rushing title for the third time in his career. He's 41 yards away from that. Problem is, this team hasn't had the ball pretty much for an hour, except for 3 plays.
Wow.
Rasheen Ali is not going to have good field position.
So Rasheen Ali on the return.
Well, Mike, I don't know if you know it or not, but the Olympics are coming up in a month, and if you watch Derrick Henry run the ball, it looks a little like Michaela's ship run, going through the gates, in and out. A guy that is all over the place and making plays tonight for the Ravens.
Oh wow, he's comparing Henry to
people were going to their sidelines, and then there was a dig for the ball at the back end
to a
of the
skier.
field. The Ravens were on it, and they still have it. But the Steelers fans got excited there for a few seconds.
Shout out to Myles Garrett. Exactly. Got the sack record. Also, shout out to Derrick Henry. He's 41 yards away from winning his third rushing title of his career.
He looked down, Ali, and the ball pulled away from him by Carson Bruner, but the knee is down there.
Well, let's see what Lamar Jackson does. They give it off to Henry, and Henry gets to probably about 3 yards.
Just straight ahead for 2 yards to the 25-yard line.
I didn't know why you were punching me. Like, shut up, man. We got a fumble down here.
Now Derrick Henry has to find that momentum again. He had the big
First quarter, 79 yards on 10 carries. Since then, 7 carries, 35 yards, 5. I mean, still good, but he hasn't gotten the ball as much. They give it to Henry again. 2nd and 8. And gets himself a first down.
It really is hard to describe what it's
So he's 31 yards away from winning the rushing title.
It's the entire doorway. And I was hoping he was just going to stop when he walked in and just see how close he came. Filling the whole thing up. It's amazing.
Chris gets so giddy talking football.
chance to win that third.
All right, play in motion. They give it to the backup.
The Steelers defense has come alive here in the second and third quarter. Alex Highsmith.
All right, to me, the Steelers defense has been good since the first drive of the game, quite honestly. Since the first drive. And that was a pitch by Lamar Jackson. Lamar's passed the ball, what, only 6 times?
Textbook stuff.
4 for 8, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. No, we got a flag. Somebody, that might be on the defense.
It'll be 2nd and 16.
Offense. Oh, never mind. False start.
Ravens scored a touchdown on their first drive, field goal on their third drive. Since then, they only have 2 first downs in their last 4 drives.
Oh, no, how cold is it in Pittsburgh? Derrick Henry, 18 carries, 123 yards. Second and 16 for the Ravens. Who's going to be on the hot seat, Mike Tomlin or John Harbaugh? Jackson, back to throw. 4-man rush. And incomplete. It was deflected.
Steelers front has changed the tenor of this game. That was Logan Lee, the first-year player out of Iowa.
The Steelers' defensive front is putting a ton of pressure on Lamar Jackson. Another deflection. T.J. Watt, and then one of the defensive linemen. Number 91 with the deflection. Look at the terrible towels. They are swerving right now in Pittsburgh. 3rd and 16 for Lamar and the Ravens. Lamar, back to throw. 4-man rush. Looking. Throw. Complete to Mark Andrews. And he's going to get tackled. And he's well short of the first down. And the Ravens have got to punt with less than 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Excuse me, almost the first half.
Well, one thing you will always get out of T.J. Watt is a great effort. 1, 2, 3. Here he goes. Chase him down the field. Make the tackle.
What an effort. What an effort by the Steelers defense. Ravens ready to punt. 13-10. 13-10 Steelers. Here's the kick. It's going to bounce at the 10-yard line. It's at the Pittsburgh 11. All right, 104 remaining here in the third quarter. Score is 13-10 Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh will get the ball back. That was Jordan Stout on the punt. He punted it 52 yards to the Pittsburgh 12. So let's recap. 10:54 in the first quarter. Devontae Walker got a 38-yard touchdown pass from Lamar Jackson with the Tyler Loop extra point to give the Ravens a 7-0 lead. Second quarter, 13:33 remaining. Tyler Loop hits a 40-yard field goal. Chris Boswell hit a 57-yarder to cut the game to 10-3. Then on the TJ Watt interception. Oh no, I'm sorry. The interception happened after. Connor Hayward had a 1 rush yard touchdown with Chris Boswell hitting the extra point. 12-play, 67-yard drive. And then 6-play, 19-yard drive after the TJ Watt interception on Lamar Jackson. Chris Boswell hit a 25-yard field goal, and that's where we stand on this 13-10 Steelers lead. I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, it's felt great to be back doing a live stream. It feels great. G Money says Devin Demon Book drilled a stake in the heart to beat the Thunder 108-105. Thunder are now 30-6. I don't think the Thunder care about breaking that record. I think they just care about being right by playoff time. I think the Thunder are going to win 60 games yet again, as long as they stay healthy. I don't think they're going to get 70. My guess this time around is I'm going to predict the Thunder I'm going to go 67-15 this year.
And then you have the brotherly tush-push over the line with a little love, and he has had his own significant role. So it has been the Hayward brothers in this one tonight getting it done.
Connor played a little bit of quarterback.
Hoosier Stadium is what it's called for Pittsburgh.
Older brother by a decade.
104 in the third.
A little bit of oxygen, get ready for that next defensive stretch. The offense.
Here we go, Steelers, first and 10.
Steelers with 104 left in the third quarter.
Send Austin in motion. They give it a Gainwell. Gainwell on the right side and gets about probably 6.
5 yards. Greg Ironhead Hayward, the legendary player with the New Orleans Saints over the years, and these Hayward brothers over the years, a decade behind him, yet he always had the older brother to look at and model for being in the NFL. And here they are in a big game.
That's pretty cool.
Coming up with a big moment for the Steelers, and both are playing terrific football in every phase here tonight.
We saw Cam Hayward down on the bench before the game.
Two brothers on the same team.
With his eyes closed, I'll bet you for 15, 20 minutes. And I just remember thinking then he's going to be ready for
25 seconds left in the third quarter. Steelers with the ball, 2nd and 4. Rodgers drops back. Slings it. And Fryer move gets himself off. He got a what? He got a.
A huge issue for the Ravens as we flip ends of the field for the final quarter of the season. The Steelers hold on and win the division. Will Baltimore come back and rally?
As you guys just said, are the Steelers going to win the division, as Mike Tirico said, or are the Ravens going to rally and take the lead? So at the end of 3, 15 minutes left to decide the division. In the 4th, Steelers with the ball lead 13-10 at the end of 3. Steelers are running down the Ravens' throat. Not just yet. It's a 3-point game. They definitely have the momentum right now. Steelers' defense has done an exceptional job since the first drive of the game. But the game is not over yet. We still got 15 minutes of football left. Let's see what the Steelers do in their drive. And then if the Ravens' defense is able to get a stop, then let's see what the Ravens do and let's see how they come back. But like I said before, this is the kind of game, if you love very close games, those low-score games, physical, grind-out football, where what's going to matter is who can run the ball and who can make the big plays when they're needed. Those are the kind of moments you remember, and that's what makes those games very special as a football fan. Now, if you ask me, what do I prefer? Do I prefer a high-scoring game? High-scoring games are always fun because you're going to see a lot of touchdowns. Or do you want to see physical smash-mouth football, run football, old-school football? Don't get me wrong. I like when teams score. I mean, it does well if you have fantasy, for example. But I'm going to be honest. Anytime I watch Steelers and Ravens, as a Giants fan, I still get pumped up because I know I'm going to give myself a good game. I love those grind-out, smash-mouth football games.
The Duquesne incline scales down Washington 400 feet. Publix had access to this since 1877. Talk about a room with a view. Here you see where those two rivers form the Ohio, and the stadium's right here at the point. Great part of a visit to Pittsburgh. Here we go.
All right, Steelers with the ball, ladies and gentlemen.
Lead for the Steelers. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark, Terry McCauley, our rules analyst. As the final playoff spot is decided.
A lot of conversation with Thielen in the huddle.
See the
Let's
play.
see if it meant anything.
I think the pass, I think he's going to game well.
24-yard line.
Another screen. Thielen. Oh, no, that's Scotty Miller, my
Thielen in
bad.
front of him. He'll be down at the 28-yard line. 7th-year veteran Miller. Part of a Super Bowl victory with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's been a lot of screen passes by the Steelers.
But with Aaron Rodgers and he starts talking to somebody specifically in the huddle, you pay attention because all this is getting drawn up not in the dirt but in the brain.
Winner clinches the AFC North and number 4 seed.
Here's the 4. They host Houston on Monday in the wild card round.
Okay, Rodgers, pass. Gainwell gets a first down, but let's see what the flag is on.
His immediate reaction is that they're going to call him for a pick play and offensive pass interference.
Pass
Yeah,
interference.
it's offense.
Offense number 88.
Oh, fly move.
Second down.
The problem that everybody gets wrong on those pick plays is you don't have to pick them.
What do?
You can go right here, turn around, and even fade away and let that coverage guy slowly run into your back. But if you don't turn around and look back for the ball, the officials know you're picking.
That's the Steelers' 4th penalty, costing 43 yards. Baltimore with 7 penalties
The Ravens come up with a defensive play.
for 73 yards. Rodgers, empty backfield, drops back, quick throw. Gainwell and
Some of that penalty yards back to the 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 8 here for the Steelers.
When we say this may be the biggest play of the game so far, right here, I mean, it really is. For
Gainwell
this
got a gain of
Baltimore defense, they have to recapture some momentum with their offense and get these guys back out on the field. Some of those long drives left Baltimore's offense sitting over there, and they never really regained that spark they had early in this game.
Well, their playmakers not there, right? In the old days, it was
Aaron Rodgers has thrown the ball 37 times.
And Kyle Hamilton's become that guy on this defense. He's out.
Rodgers, throw. Valdez Scanley completes it. And gets himself off.
Right there. It was in that game a week ago against Cleveland. Watch this. Way back. Here come the hands of the defense, and he still held on to that in that big moment in the game.
See what the Steelers come with. 1st and 10, 12:40 remaining in the 4th quarter. Play in motion. Play action. Rodgers goes right. He's going deep. And almost intercepted.
When we were at practice on
And Starks
Friday, we saw
almost
Rodgers
picked them off,
deep
and it's
shot.
incomplete.
George Valdez-Scantling trying one there. Starks was all over it.
It really was. You're going to see the little weave route go down like that. But watch the way that the rookie Malachi Starks closes on the back end of this. He actually outran MVS to the ball and had the best shot at it.
Yeah, he did.
It's been good all year. It's like all those
7 and
Georgia
10.
defensive backs. They're at the top of the charts for snaps and playing on this Ravens defense.
We're giving the game now. I'm sorry, Warren, excuse me.
By at the 42-yard line. Another big 3rd down coming up.
But we have seen cornerbacks in this game on both sides make some big key tackles. That was too there because there aren't very
Lamar
many
Jackson's
people
only 5 for
that
10.
play cornerback that can get Jalen Warren on the ground in that situation.
Steelers have to get just past the 48-yard line. The first down's really between the 48 and 49 here. It's not right on
37 for the Steelers. Big play for the Ravens. Can they get a stop?
3rd and 7.
Rodgers back to throw. Rodgers, the pocket collapses. And he's going to get sacked.
Gets him at the very end. As Rodgers got twisted around and sacked by 3 Ravens.
Baltimore gets 3 Ravens to sack Aaron Rodgers. Huge play. And the Ravens will get the ball back. Unless the Tomlin decides to go for it on 4th down, but he's going to punt if I know Mike Tomlin.
Getting that pressure that they really have not been getting was really key, and did Rodgers hurt that hand again?
So Pittsburgh to punt. 3 sacks for the Steelers, 2 sacks for the Ravens. That punt was not good. What was going on here?
The ball will be where the Steelers got possession at the 28-yard line.
So it'll be on the Baltimore 28.
Ran into each other. Very fortunate the ball didn't hit either one of them.
Let's see what happened here.
Some of the biggest collisions in this game have been teammate to teammate.
Jack Sawyer always finds a big headed back to their Jack.
Actually, he called for a fair catch. But what was Walker doing? What kind of the fact that he ran into his own man, like he didn't see him? I don't understand that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 10:52 remaining in the 4th quarter. Scores 13-10. Steelers lead the Baltimore Ravens in a crucial AFC North Division matchup. The winner of this game clinches the number 4 seed. They clinch the division title, and they go on to play the Houston Texans and will host in the wild card game next Monday. I hope everybody has been enjoying the stream. Definitely appreciate you guys for your support. I really do appreciate it. So, like I said, thank you so much. Sorry, guys, just checking something on my phone, but right now we are in commercial break. 13-10 Steelers lead the Baltimore Ravens. What do you guys predict what's going to happen in the in this series for the Ravens? Are they going to score? Super Bowl Sunday, Knicks and Lakers. OKC against Denver. Look at them terrible towels, baby. Here we go, Ravens with the ball. Derrick Henry. Looks like he's going to get it. Play action for Lamar Jackson. Lamar, throw, left side. Wide open, Zay Flowers with a big play. A big pass by Lamar, and
you see what the challenge has been for Baltimore as Andrew Voorhees, the left guard, is the one who's on a knee. They have struggled just to get possession and keep the ball as the Steelers have gone on long drives combined with the Ravens being slowed down, could not get the ground game going.
So we got an injured Raven.
I think I've got this right, but going into that throw, Lamar was 5 for 10 for 67 yards. You take away the touchdown of 38 yards. He was 4 for 9 for 29 yards in this game until that throw right there. So that was as needed as anything you could
Andrew
name.
Voorhees, the guard, got injured.
If you're a Baltimore Ravens
7th round
fan, they had
selection,
to prove again
229th overall
that
from
they could work the
USC.
ball down the field. They did.
He's only run it twice for 7 yards. And Derrick Henry, who had that great first quarter, quiet since in this second half. Henry only 3 rushes for 11 yards. Ball's at the 44-yard line. Voorhees goes off.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Ravens.
Jr. was in earlier at right guard for Faalele.
Lamar,
Now in at left guard for
this is your time, buddy.
10.5 left. River hosts Houston. In a wild
Lamar,
card game
we'll give it to Henry.
next week. Henry to the right. Bobby down. Stacey. Odomeo.
Looks like Henry got about 2 on the play.
Giving him a hit.
This is just getting violent. And the reason that you're seeing Derrick Henry go outside so much is what the Steelers are
2nd and 8 for Baltimore.
You're going to see 3 defensive linemen.
Oh, yeah, I mentioned that at the half. That Raheem Morris got let go by the Falcons.
On each side, and they have just stayed in that front right there almost the entire game. They're not letting Derrick Henry get
Okay, Lamar back to pass. Decides to run, and he's not going to get much. Looks like it's about 4 yards.
Of the first down. So the free rusher was on the way. And Lamar Jackson gets up hot. Some pushing after this play. The rookie Emory Jones was involved with the Steelers.
So now interesting, right? If you are committed to this being 4-down territory, then maybe you take a shot running the ball. Maybe you do anyway. But otherwise, it's time for Zay Flowers or one of these tight ends to make a play.
3rd and 4.
Andrews just 2 catches time.
Lamar drops back. Lamar escapes pressure. Lamar, he's going deep. He's going to throw and open. Zay Flowers in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. We got it. Zay Flowers with the huge play. And the Ravens take the lead. 50 yards on the pass.
This is unbelievable. You are going to see a meeting at the quarterback.
Just when you thought that Lamar was going to get sacked, splits it, rolls left, sidesteps left, gets Zay wide open. And I think that was over Patrick Queen. And the Ravens take the lead.
Luke adds the extra point, and that was Patrick Queen, the linebacker, running down.
Wow. What a play. Lamar escapes 2 Steelers who form a V on the defensive play. Patrick Queen, the linebacker, was chasing Zay Flowers down the field. Lamar sees him wide open and gets a 50-yard touchdown. What a play. Shout out to my girl as she says, go Ravens. Now we got to see now what Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers are going to do. Because we got to realize that both Rodgers and Lamar and John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin are all feeling pressure. As my friend Dennis said, this is the quarterback coach hot seat game. So as much as Lamar has not had a lot to work with, at least, though, I love the play call by Tom Monken. That was big. But give credit, Lamar using his athleticism, escaped the pressure, found Zay Flowers in the middle of the field wide open for that 50-yard pass, and Ravens take the lead. put up a shut up for the Steelers now because how much time we got left? 8:42 remaining in the fourth. 17-13 Ravens. Again, very close, tight, physical, smash football type game. It comes down to big plays. And Lamar made a big throw, escaping pressure. Zay Flowers made the big catch, wide open. And G Money says we are in for a photo finish. Let's see how the Steelers respond because that's a big letdown by the defense. Well, I don't blame the defensive line. Lamar just escaped it and he made a hell of a play, so you got to tip your hat to him on that. Watch Patrick Queen here. Let's look at the play.
Queen against Flowers on the outside. And Mike and I are up here in the booth screaming, run! When Lamar Jackson.
Wait, what is Patrick Queen doing? He like sidesteps with him, watching him, and then he lets him go by him. See, this is what Jalen Ramsey did that allowed Walker to get the score on the touchdown with Lamar. And quite honestly,
big mistake on the kickoff. It'll bring it to the 40-yard line.
That's a big mistake.
Tyler Loop.
Free kick out of bounds.
That wasn't smart because now the ball is near midfield for Pittsburgh. But again, that might not hurt Pittsburgh. They got to take advantage of it.
Grabbing that left hand, his non-throwing hand that he injured week 11. He came over to the sideline, sat down on the bench, had a quick conversation with the athletic training staff, but no exam. He's been grabbing it and flexing it and had a few slight grimaces while he was over here. So something to keep an eye on.
Left-handed concern.
Let's see what the Steelers come up with on 1st and 10.
Said it was feeling good when we visited with him on Friday. So now down 4, 8:42 to go. Down to your last couple of possessions.
He's staying down. Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Quick throw. And the Scantling is going to get himself about 6, I say. 6 on the play.
When he's on the field, great things happen for this Ravens defense. He was simply everywhere.
He's such a great safety.
Started on the offense with him in the game. For them off the field, though, 10 points and over 5 yards per play allowed. And it has been a different Aaron Rodgers.
2nd and 3. So that was 7 on the play. Pitch. Warren, 1st down and more. Wow. And we got a
doesn't begin to tell you the story of that.
well, you can't give TJ Watt the rock because he's on defense, G Money, so that ain't gonna work.
The officials stopped the game for him. With the athletic training staff, I don't think
I say you got to use both Warren and Gainwell.
They're coming over to check on the 2nd-year man from Clemson.
So we got a Ravens injury on the field.
The powerful running of Warren that Chris talked about, evident again there. Timeout.
7:49 remaining. We're going to take a break. Yes. 7:49 remaining. We got an injury and 17-13. No, it's fine, G Money. Don't worry. You just got to remember that when TJ Watt intercepted Lamar Jackson, that lets you know right there he's on defense. Because TJ Watt is part of he's a defensive tackle, so. He definitely is great, and I could see him as a future Hall of Famer for sure, is TJ. His brother JJ probably would have put up better defensive numbers had he not been injured because he did a lot in his short time. I mean, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah. Yeah, but Jalen Warren is a tank for him being so short. And Rio says, my gut is telling me the Ravens are going to drop the ball tonight. What's so interesting about Lamar Jackson is if you take away his 88 yards from his 2 touchdown passes, he's what, 4 for 9 for 29 yards? But we already know that what's going to be talked about if the Ravens pull this game is going to be the big play in the fourth quarter, because that's what matters, right? Guys who don't like Lamar are going to say he played like trash. Like, if it wasn't for those 2 plays, he played like trash. But a Lamar Jackson defender would say, oh, but he made the plays when he needed to. You see, he threw that 50-yard touchdown. But like I said, if you look at the coverage, both Jalen Ramsey and Patrick Queen did a poor job. They did a poor job. They allowed 2 deep balls. The Walker one wasn't as deep, but the one to Zay Flowers, like Patrick Queen, bro. You were right with him and you let him beat you deep. That's not cool. Because if you guys lose, that is going to be a huge play.
A moment ago, trying to tackle as half the Ravens defense was. Jalen Warren rolled up on
another injury for the Ravens.
Like TJ Tampa,
he's getting a risk for the Ravens.
Already without Kyle Hamilton.
So thin at wide receiver for the Steelers and thin at cornerback for the Ravens.
Rio says, let's say if the Ravens lose to the head coach get fired. I'll say yeah. Rodgers passes it to Warren. Warren gets himself a decent run. He's going to bet about 5 or 6 yards.
On the first down gain of about 4.
Steelers
slow to get up as well, getting a lot of that. The hitting is just intense in this game.
Do we have another injury?
This series, I think, the most exciting one. I've been around other really great series, Dallas Phillies, fantastic too. But there's something gut level about the Steelers and Ravens when they play.
All right, 2nd and 6. Play action. Rodgers rolls left. Quick dump. And it looks like about a gain of 3. It's a fire move.
Of the first down, Aaron Rodgers was part of the Green Bay Chicago rivalry over the years, just dipping his toe in the water. This one is second time playing it, but from watching it from afar, the respect that's a part of it, but also
Rodgers, 25 of 39, 39 passes for only 196 yards. You think you throw the ball 39 times, you would be over 200 yards. Only 196.
So you can call your play accordingly. Completely spread formation.
That might be on the. That's a false start on the Steelers. False start offense.
So it'll be 3rd and 8
instead of 3rd and 3. Big penalty. Yep. That slight hesitation. Gainwell knew it.
Rodgers going to go back in the huddle and say, all right, Gainwell, make it up to me right now. It's on you.
A field goal from here is 54 yards. And the Steelers have to think about getting the ball back, getting the field goal range again. Play clock.
All right, Rodgers back to throw. Rodgers down the middle. Wide open. Fryer move with the play. 1st and goal. He gets up. And we get up.
Double move there, Mike, to set it up.
Rodgers keeping him at the line, was trying to catch the Ravens before they could sub.
Oh, he was trying to do a no huddle before the substitution, but the Ravens quickly got the sub right before that. What a big play by the Steelers. And Aaron Rodgers with a big throw down the middle, fire move with the catch, and a big first down for the Ravens. I mean, for the Steelers.
Just sort of surgically, especially in this hurry-up style of play, take it to the next level.
First and goal, take a timeout.
And we got another timeout.
Timeout left.
Pittsburgh better be careful.
So that little cat and mouse trying to catch him with the wrong personnel cost them a timeout.
Watch this little hesitate and go, and Aaron Rodgers.
Very good play design call. Look,
complete ropes in this game.
Nobody
that
near.
One was perfection. The one that we saw earlier down
Beautiful.
to Adam Thielen to jumpstart that first drive in the second half was perfection. And he knew it.
He did like
Darius
it.
Washington out there playing safety as part of the injury replacements.
5:19 remaining in the fourth, ladies and gents.
One timeout for Pittsburgh.
We got a 17-13 game. Pittsburgh trying to retake the lead here in the fourth. Rodgers, 26 of 40, 227 yards.
Restriction is on this Ravens defense with the people in the secondary who are out of the game.
Rodgers and all the hand communication back to Arthur Smith, the offensive coordinator. They've got the extra offensive lineman on the field, and Spencer Anderson, 74.
Goal line defense for the Ravens.
He's over on the left side. He's reported eligible. It's first and goal.
First and goal for the Steelers. To give it to Warren. Warren passes the line of scrimmage, but probably got about 1 or 2 yards.
Just kind of running over there towards Mason Rudolph, the backup quarterback, trying to get something handed to him here. Communication issues going on. Good.
Yeah, and the other part of that is if Metcalf was in this game, man-to-man coverage on the outside, it wouldn't even have been a thought. Aaron would have just taken the ball and thrown it right out there. But it is a patient, let's do it all right, change of style for the Steelers without him.
40 to go.
So we got Rodgers rolls right, open. Jonnu Smith did catch it, but big play by the Ravens defense. Damn, but
Ravens going through their entire secondary here.
damn, this secondary is stay getting hit.
Rodgers over there, I think the helmet communication was out, changing helmets.
But that was a huge reset for this Ravens defense because they had Awuzie sort of limping back over to the huddle, and if he could have snapped to the line of scrimmage there, would have gained the advantage. That was a
third and goal for the Steelers. This is huge. Aaron Rodgers had to change helmets. Another timeout. What is Aaron Rodgers doing?
He did, and now the Steelers are out of timeouts. So that affects you, makes it 4-down territory from a play calling standpoint. It's going to be harder to get the ball back. Also, here in the next minute 53, replay assist becomes important because the Steelers can't challenge something. They have no timeouts, just in case that becomes a factor. The communication is still a problem.
You know what's bizarre, though, Mike? We've been sitting here saying that Aaron's calling the game from the line of scrimmage.
But he's saying that he can't hear in his helmet.
That to be true, too. So just go to the line of scrimmage and call whatever you want.
Take over, right? So
I mean, those timeouts are invaluable. Yeah.
But instead, Aaron Rodgers has wasted 2 timeouts. So if the Ravens score, you're not going to really be able to stop the clock unless you get plays going out of bounds with your receivers.
Just inside the 2-yard line.
3:53 remaining. Third and goal. Here we go. They give it. Gainwell runs right into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers! It is a touchdown for the Steelers. And but here's my thing. Ravens defense didn't do too great. But the injuries to their secondary, it's been going crazy. Steelers regain the lead 19-17, 3:49 remaining. Here is the kick for the point, and it is good.
The extra point is good. And the Steelers lead by 3 with 3:49 left in regulation.
3:49 left. Let's watch the play.
All the way out to this block right there. Watch him
hustle to the right, get that block, which allows Gainwell to be able to fully run to the right, sees the crease, able to run into the end zone for the score. We're gonna find out, ladies and gentlemen, how important were those 2 timeouts wasted for that touchdown. Because if the Ravens tie the game or score,
the Steelers defense in position.
the Steelers don't have any timeouts at all.
Houston here next Monday night. Still a lot of time. 3:49, 3 timeouts. And the Baltimore Ravens.
But now, it's on Lamar Jackson now. This game is on Lamar Jackson now. Derrick Henry's been cold.
Ravens regular return man, Keaton Mitchell.
Here we go, kickoff return. Lester goes, and he's tackled.
Down just after the 25-yard line. Melissa Mike Tomlin's team up 3 with 3:43 to go.
Let's see what the Steelers do. It's up to the Steelers defense. If they get a stop, this game is most likely over. But the Ravens do have timeouts, so it might not be all the way over yet. This is on you, Lamar. Lamar, gives it over to Henry. Henry is stopped. Henry is stopped. Nothing.
Remember what they did on the last drive. They came out and threw the ball on first down. That was one of those plays you go, I bet they come out and run Derrick Henry.
Man, what a football game. I'm so glad I did this game. Beautiful, fun game right now. Just awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, we are clocking in at just over 3 hours. Man, the Steelers they've gotten Derrick Henry like a mousetrap. Lamar, back to throw, wide open. The fullback catches it, and I think he's just short of a first down. Oh, wait. He got a first down, so we need to give him I wish I could find a first down button. Because I've been clicking the Green Bay Packer first down. Big throw by Lamar, big catch by the fullback, and they get a first down.
If they replay assisted to short, it should be third down. We had the run for Henry for first down. Correct. On the second down play, so the announcement was different than the down box. And it is third down. So the clock gets paused here.
All right, so it's third down for the Ravens.
Of all the chains. And we'll start on the whistle.
Lamar, get a ring throw in the middle, wide open. Say Flowers, he's gonna run. 20, touchdown. Excuse me.
Let's see what that is.
Before I do the touchdown, let me see who the flag is on. Oh, it's on the defense. Once again, the Steelers expose the middle of the field. Lamar takes advantage. A flag on the defense, and it's a touchdown. Touchdown, Ravens. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, 3 plays, 73 yards, and the Ravens still have all of their timeouts. The Steelers have none. 64-yard touchdown. Baltimore leads 23-20, extra point, and it is good.
24-20 the score, 2:20 to go. Wild fourth quarter for the North.
What a fourth quarter that's going on right now.
Got that down the field and over there, and there is nobody in the middle of the field.
I think.
Look at that. I mean, you could stop that. That is as big an area as I have ever seen wide open on a football field.
No. The Steeler defense is falling apart. It's falling apart in this fourth quarter. Lamar Jackson has 114 yards on 2 passes in the fourth quarter.
Flowers, couple of touchdowns, 138 yards.
Both of them to Zay Flowers.
It has given the Ravens a 4-point lead, and now we go back to the point that the Steelers are out of timeouts. Lamar Jackson's on the flag. No! Yes, it's on them! They've got 2 big touchdowns in this quarter, 3 on the game.
Wow.
Flowers, we mentioned the disappointment.
This is
in the postseason, trying to get his way to the playoffs. Luke's last kick went out of bounds.
The worst part is that they have no timeouts.
35-yard line.
Well, what did Mike Tomlin tell us? This is why you go get Aaron Rodgers for these kind of moments right
36 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime. You know, that's nice and all, but again, the fact that Aaron Rodgers has all of that and has only won 1 Super Bowl and has lost 4 times in the NFC Championship, it's really more regular season.
One of the greatest NFL careers.
But we'll see.
And get the Steelers to the playoffs.
Does Aaron Rodgers have it in him for one last drive? One last drive. One last drive. Rodgers throws complete. First down for Calvin Austin. 17-yard first down. And it's going to be the 2-minute warning.
There's no rush for Rodgers, so Pittsburgh will just let it spin down to the 2.
Let that clock slide. All righty, ladies and gentlemen. So for the 2-minute warning, it is a 24-20 football game. My goodness. It is coming down to this. Who's getting fired? Are we going to see a retirement, or are we going to see somebody leave a team? This is the kind of game that we got, all for a division title to play the Houston Texans next week in the playoffs for the wild card. That's what this is about. Unbelievable. We had defense for the most part throughout 3 quarters, and in the fourth quarter, it's been 3 touchdowns. The defense has got to get a stop here. No coach challenges in the last 2 minutes.
On the field, some 49 yards away from the
Derrick Henry has been he's been Jerry the Mouse, pretty quiet since the first quarter, since the first 10 carries of the game.
As we go down this drive here,
well, let's see what
touchdown,
bad man Aaron Rodgers has got left in the tank, as Stephen A. always likes to call him. 21 years in the league, 42 years old. Can Aaron Rodgers do it one more time? 2 minutes left. 24-20, they trail. Rodgers back to throw. Rodgers wide open. Adam Thielen makes the catch. But the clock is running.
A couple of yards on second down, 2nd and 2.
The lack of a pass rush. If the Ravens don't make the playoffs, that'll be why.
Here we go, 2nd and 2. Rodgers back to throw. Quick shovel. Gainwell gets tripped. Uh-oh, he's open, and he's running. And the clock is going to keep running. Let's see. Asia says the Ravens are taking it. Let's see. 1:15. They're already past midfield. Let's see what we got. Rodgers back to throw. Rodgers looking, and he overthrows it to stop the clock. And it's 2nd and 10.
The difference is, remember we were watching the tape when he was facing Cleveland and Myles Garrett. Every single snap was in on Aaron Rodgers, and he did not play well. He was making mistakes. Tonight, we have not seen the Ravens but an occasional time when there was nobody open, when they got pressure
103 remaining in the
and a
fourth.
confident Aaron Rodgers is one that's not getting hit.
They don't have that guy. Player with the most sacks has 4.
Steelers out of timeouts.
Will there be pressure at any point?
Aaron Rodgers back to throw. And nope, incomplete.
Thielen looking for a flag. He doesn't get it. And it's third
2
down.
pass plays
60
left.
seconds
1 minute remaining.
When these two teams play, they're just bodies flying there. They didn't see the interference. We'll take a look.
Nope. All good. Steelers need to get the ball to the 16.
No pass interference.
Austin is the lone receiver to the left.
1 minute left.
Including the tight end fire move.
Bad man Aaron Rodgers with the ball. Here he is. Back to throw. Rodgers going deep. Wide open. Oh my God. Kevin Austin. Touchdown Steelers. The Ravens secondary blow it. 6 plays, 65 yards. A minute 25 on the possession, and the Steelers retake the lead. They lead 26-24. What a game. For the Steelers fans, can I get up? And now the pressure is on Lamar Jackson again. Extra point by Boswell. It's good. Oh, it's no good. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh.
It's the second missed extra point
Wow.
in 4 years. And an unbelievable time to do
Wow. Boswell missed the extra point.
There's the slip.
So all the Ravens got to do is win with a field goal. Oh, my Lord. What a game. But the pressure's still on Lamar Jackson.
Horrible thing when it happens to you.
My
We
goodness.
were waiting for somebody to make a play, and there it was.
And on the extra point, I think he looked fine. But that is the path that his ball is taking. And some misses against Cleveland as well.
Unbelievable.
That's just a crushing miss. He'd only missed 15 in his career. He had made 85 or 89 in the postseason. His last miss of an extra point was December 16 in 2023. And of all things,
And
at all
remember, the
times,
Ravens have
Chanel
3
field goal from
timeouts.
Baltimore would win the division.
That's it. That's all Baltimore's got to do.
And Lamar Jackson
Get in field goal
touchdown
range.
to this.
Get in field goal range
We've had 4 lead changes.
to see if you can
Getting
win the
it down
game.
there close enough for the rookie Tyler Luke to have his moment in this Ravens-Steelers series.
Plenty of time, 3 timeouts. Time really should not be a factor here.
What a deceiving game.
Peyton Mitchell was
Smash the like.
Buster awaits. It's going to be the speedy running back Mitchell from the 5.
All right, Mitchell receives the ball. Let's see what he does. Uh-oh. 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 Ooh, that was scary. Wow. Steelers special teams. Poor job. And Mitchell with a huge run. And that field goal miss, extra point miss, looms large.
Steelers special teams coordinator Danny Smith when he was in Washington. There's Horton, and his unit is just
Let's see now.
with a massive play. The ball is
That's huge. It's the ball's in near midfield. Let's see what they do. I know they're going to give it to Henry. Lamar, back to pass, throw, complete, and it goes out of bounds. And remember, the Steelers have no timeout, and the Ravens have all 3.
Kickers make 60-yarders, all those long field goals, as long as 52. His 3 misses this year have been from 55 or more. So they've got to get it a little bit closer. It's Danny Smith, the Steelers special teams coordinator.
The respect of Derrick Henry is getting these receivers.
Here we go, 2nd and 2.
With those 3 timeouts.
It's on Mark Andrews in motion. Lamar, back, quick pass. Andrews open, and It's a complete, and we got a flag. Who's the flag on?
Formation issue on Baltimore.
False start, illegal formation, offense.
Number 79 is not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That is Ronnie.
That's a big play.
And one of the problems that Ronnie Stanley has had is with Highsmith out here. He tried to gain a little advantage, and they got him.
It's a good call. Your helmet has to break the belt line of the center, and he was back behind it. It's a close one that at other times maybe let go. Sighted here, 2nd and 7 from midfield.
2nd and 7 in the shotgun. Isaiah Likely in motion. Lamar back to throw. Looking. Lamar, use your legs. Lamar dumps it, and it's going to be out of bounds.
His name has not been called all night.
Wow, D-Hop.
Standing there with room to run.
D-Hop was in the game.
Goodness, and
3rd and 7.
Hopkins thought that he wanted him to just stand there, and Lamar saying, go down the field, you might have scored with this thing. Watch the screen.
Lamar's 10 of 17. Aaron Rodgers 31 out of 47. Fishing 294 yards.
Total miscommunication.
So miscommunication between Hopkins and Jackson. 3rd and 7. This is huge. Huge.
Play clock running down.
3. Lamar. Big play. 3rd and 7. Lamar. Oh no. Lamar. What's he gonna do? Lamar. He sacked. Oh, Lamar sacked. Wow. Oh, he avoided the sack.
Out of the tackle box, past the line of scrimmage. That was all right. But now it's 4th and 7, and the season comes down to one play.
Wow, and they're not in field goal play. They're not in field goal range. So it comes down to this play. Let's see what happens. Steelers cannot allow the big play. Don't let Lamar run with his legs, because then they're in field goal range.
Get organized when it's one play for the season.
Wow.
With 21 seconds left.
It's amazing that penalty on Ronnie Stanley was absolutely huge.
My goodness. Well, let's see what happens. Do the Ravens move on?
Great moments, unpredictable.
Or are they done?
And now maybe the best rivalry the NFL has at the moment.
It comes down to the last play.
To keep alive hopes of a division title.
So many times you look to the veterans here, and Mark Andrews has been a guy over the years.
The Steelers have gotten beat down the middle of the field. Let's see if the Ravens design a play that could get them in the middle of the field. Are the Steelers coming with a blitz? Let's see. 21 seconds, not on the game clock. Season on the line. Lamar throws, middle of the field. Oh! Isaiah Likely catches the ball. He caught it. Isaiah Likely caught it. And it looks like it is over for the Isaiah Likely, who's been dropping passes, fumbling passes, makes a huge play. And the Steelers again get beat. And
my goodness gracious.
For the Baltimore Ravens.
This past week about his own toughness.
2 seconds left.
Want to be here? Could he have played last week? We've heard it all, right? And Lamar Jackson has delivered time after time, and Aaron Rodgers
and now
believe
and
what
now
he's done in this fourth quarter may not be enough.
Think about Likely Thanksgiving
the
night,
field, 14 seconds left.
Cincinnati fumbled out of the back of the end zone. First
Let's see what happens.
Pittsburgh, week 14, controversy in the end zone with the catch. Now that big one. 14 seconds left. Baltimore's
14. Let's see. Lamar. What's going on?
Harbaugh goes over to the official. Will tell him when he wants the timeout. So Tyler Lute's opportunity. He'll bring it all the way down to the end.
Let's see.
The missed extra point by Chris Boswell.
2 seconds.
He had only missed one in 4 years, and Harbaugh is telling Likely how special.
And it comes down to the kicker.
To set up this moment for the rookie out of
2 seconds left. Baltimore going for the win for the division title.
Tucker for so long, the most accurate kicker in the history of the league. Rogers can't believe what he has just witnessed. It might be.
So now it's up to Luke.
But they went around the country.
Boswell missed the extra point. Now let's see if Luke can give them the win. Huge moment.
He now has a chance to win the division.
He can win the division for the Ravens. The last play of the regular season. Here it is. 44 yards. Here's a snap. And the kick. And it's no good. He missed. He missed. He missed. The Pittsburgh Steelers win. He missed. Oh my gosh. The Pittsburgh Steelers win on a missed field goal by the kicker. And they survived by the skin of their teeth, 26-24. And the Baltimore Ravens have been eliminated from playoff contention, while the Pittsburgh Steelers somehow, some way, hang on, win the division and are going to host against the Houston Texans next week. Wow.
Season-ending heartbreak for the Ravens.
John Harbaugh? Yeah, fire.
For the first time since 2020.
And it looks like Lamar Jackson might not probably be a Baltimore Raven.
Steelers rule the North in the AFC.
It came down, ladies and gentlemen, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they will go to 10-7. They will win the division. The Ravens will finish the season 8-9. My gosh. And this is wow. This is such a heartbreaking loss if you're a Ravens fan, because the Ravens offense gave you the lead. Lamar Jackson came alive in the fourth quarter. I get it. Some people are going to say, well, the Steelers defense, man, they gave up two huge plays, so he really wasn't that great. That's fine, but let's face it. You probably would have criticized Lamar Jackson in the past for not executing those kind of throws in a meaningful game. And guess what happened? Lamar Jackson hits a 50-yard touchdown to Zay Flowers, 64-yard touchdown to Zay Flowers on poor communication on the Steelers defense, because I don't know what they were doing in the secondary. And so then, wow. Then the Steelers come back with none of their timeouts, and they quickly go down the field, and Calvin Austin scores a touchdown with Aaron Rodgers. And then, season on the line, Lamar Jackson hits Isaiah Likely with a huge pass. Huge pass. And I'm saying to myself, the Ravens are going to win the game, because the kicker, Boswell, missed the extra point, and he hadn't missed a kick all year. And now you put it in the hands of the kicker for the Ravens, and he missed the game-winning field goal that would have gave the Ravens the number 4 seed. It would have won them the division title, and it would have sent the Pittsburgh Steelers home. But instead, the Steelers are moving on by the skin of their teeth. What a football game. And this has to be such a crushing blow if you're a Ravens fan. Such a blow. Because, well, we already know John Harbaugh, I've been saying he should be fired. Quite honestly, I know a lot of people are really tired of John Harbaugh at this point. And Lamar Jackson is most likely, probably, he might not be back. Who knows? I know Raven fans will love to have him back, but and you know, they would be so pissed off if Lamar was not a Baltimore Raven. He probably most likely might be gone. But man, the Baltimore Ravens really, I mean, they haven't won the Super Bowl since what, 2012? And now it's like in meaningful games, they just find ways to just choke. And it's in different ways. Lamar Jackson showed up. So Lamar looked awful through the first 3 quarters because he only had one big play. But he came alive in the fourth quarter. He made huge plays, 2 touchdown passes to Zay Flowers, huge pass completion to Isaiah Likely, and Lamar Jackson put the Ravens in position to win the game. And it's just unfortunate that the kicker missed the field goal that would have won them the game in the division, and the Ravens they've missed the playoffs, and they're going home. And remember, folks, the Ravens were just in the AFC Championship last year. They were just in the – wait a minute. Hold on. No, I'm sorry. That was 2 years ago. Excuse me. They were in the AFC Championship 2 years ago. So they went from the AFC Championship to losing to the divisional to the Bills last year, and now in a division title must-win game against the Steelers because of how weak the AFC North is, they lost in a 2-point game. It went from such a physical, smash-mouth, close football, grinded-out type of game, and then we get all these points scored in the fourth quarter. Ravens put up 14 points in the fourth. The Pittsburgh Steelers put up what? 16? But anyway, what a football game. And yeah, folks, that is it. Let's look at the final stats for this game. Lamar Jackson, 11 of 18, 238 yards. A huge chunk of those yards is really the 38, the 50, and the 64 yards. So you add those together, that's 152 of his 238 yards off of those 3 touchdowns. Because other than that, he really didn't play that great. He would be 8 for 15 if it wasn't for those 3 other completions. Right? And he'd be at what, 70 to 80 something yards? Aaron Rodgers had to pass the ball 47 times because, again, the Steelers don't really have a running game like that. Gainwell, 64 yards on 8 catches. Zay Flowers, 138 yards on 4 receptions. If this was fantasy, man, Zay Flowers would have had 30-plus fantasy points. He would have been killing, but, you know, he really hasn't been consistent with injuries, and Lamar Jackson missing time too, but he came up huge. Henry, 126 yards, but let's really face it. In the first quarter, he has 79 yards. After the first quarter, he only had 47 yards for the rest of the game. He had 10 carries for 47 yards the rest of the game after the first quarter. Aaron Rodgers, 294 yards, 31 of 47 with 1 touchdown. Warren, 66 yards on 14 carries. Gainwell, 64 yards, as I said, on 8 catches. Look at this. Pittsburgh had 390 yards of total offense. The Ravens, 359. Ravens with 1 turnover, and that was the interception that T.J. Watt got on the pass from Lamar Jackson. So even with that one he should have back, that penalty by the offensive lineman was huge, though. Those 5 yards, it was huge. I say maybe 5 yards closer, he probably gets the field. Maybe they get the field goal and they win the game. But that was a huge penalty, huge. Ravens 4 for 12 on 3rd down. Steelers were 9 of 16 on 3rd down, so they did pretty well. Ravens were able to convert on both of their 4th downs, and in the red zone, the Ravens were not in the red zone because all of their touchdowns were 30-plus yards of passing. The Steelers were 2 for 4 on their red zone attempt, so 50% of the time. And then time of possession, 34 minutes, 11 seconds for the Steelers, 25 minutes, 49 seconds for the Ravens. So the Steelers held the ball longer. Well, it really depends because yes, it is a more pass-heavy offense, but again, it's still it's still pretty good when you're able to run the football, though. Quite honestly, the offense won the Steelers this game. TJ Watt did make a huge play, but that was really the only play they had because the Steelers, they were absolutely awful in the fourth quarter in the 50 and 64-yard touchdown pass that Lamar threw. They got beat on the same play. The Steelers are fortunate that missed field goal happened, even with the score, because the defense, again, couldn't stop the Ravens and Lamar from going down the field. They got one key stop for no gain, because if Lamar would have took a sack, they would have been out of field goal range. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Louis with another one. What a ball game. Let me know what you guys think. I'm glad to be back. It was great. It was a great live stream, great football game. And I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. And most likely, what I'll be doing is I will be doing the college football Peach Bowl with Oregon against Indiana. So we'll get in tune for that. And let me know what you guys think, man. What an awesome game. Awesome game. Skin of their teeth, pretty awesome. And then let me know which games you would like me to consider for the NFL wildcard playoffs this upcoming following weekend. But what a great time as a football fan. This was fun. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a night. Got to get ready for work. Got to get ready for a big grinding week. But listen, love and appreciate y'all. This was awesome. Peace out to everybody. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys are awesome. Shout out to the Grocery Raid for everybody who came in. I appreciate you guys. Also, shout out to the new subscribers who also subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that. So we'll be back with some college football on Friday, and then I will look at the games to see what we will do this weekend, and then we do it from there. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful night. Bless up. Live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'm gone.
So many times, and I just wish they would just stop. You know what I mean? Just stop. I mean, he was, Michael Jordan. I'm Kobe Bryant. I mean, we're two different players, and I wish people would just let it go. It really annoys me because you can't